Wow, what's up, Donovan? What's up, Danny? Why do you keep chanting for CM Punk, Danny? What's your deal? What's your deal with CM Punk, bro? You know, I wish I could get in touch with John Cena's agents and be like, yo, man, can I, like, legit use your, theme song for my intro? You're in CM Punk's side. You can't, how can you be on CM Punk's side, dude? He doesn't even wrestle anymore. He's a bum. He's a bum. Oh, it sounds like John Cena's not going to wrestle anymore either, so there's that. But I still feel like maybe there's a chance he'll come back and wrestle one more time, because honestly, like, to me, it would be considered a disappointment if he doesn't beat Ric Flair's record for number of championship title wins. I'm sounding way better today. Really? What do you mean by that? Way better? Did I not sound okay yesterday? I feel like I did. I'm a little tired. I woke up at like just after 8, but oh, you know what? Do you guys notice? I'll have to listen back to the streams. Do you guys notice any difference with like my microphone quality by chance? No, he's not a quitter. He was fired. No, he wasn't. Well, yeah, but remember, he's the one who refused to come back and all that stuff. So I mean, I get that whole situation, whatever, but, you know, it's just, you know, I forgot to connect the bot. No, he got fired. Remember, he got fired on his wedding day. That was the whole, well, one of the reasons he went on the whole Colt Cabana show and did all that crap about kind of beating up on WWE, because they fired him on the day he got married to was it AJ Lee or whatever her actual name is. He was a lucky son of a gun to be able to get that girl, man. Ooh. All right, guys. Well, so yeah, I realize it's early today. So I'm trying to get 2 games in. That's why I started early, so that way, like, we still wrap up close-ish to noon or 12:30 at least or something like that. But we'll see what happens. Jesus Christ, dog! What the hell was that? Excuse my language. Well, that was weird. Peyton, what are you doing down there? Jeez. Yeah, he quit. Well, no, he didn't quit because of that. He got fired because he took time off. He was taking time off to get married, and then they fired him. Supposedly, that's what he said. Remember, that's what he said in the whole Colt Cabana show. I mean, in theory, you kind of have to feel like that's the truth. I mean, WWE didn't deny it, although they're not really gonna do whatever. So, but anyway, so we're gonna do 2 sims today, guys. We're gonna do Texans, Chiefs, and then Eagles and Vikings. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and set up bets. I'll just do 1-minute bets because I know it's gonna be kind of thin audience wise right now, since it's a little bit early and I didn't say I was really starting any earlier. So let's go ahead and do we'll do 1-minute bets for this game. So we've got 0 for Houston, 1 for Kansas City, 0 for Texans, 1 for Chiefs. Yeah, I know that part, but that's all that's just he's just like a commentator kind of role. So this game is wow, it's supposed to be 55. Wow, they definitely have fall weather out there today in Kansas City. 55 degrees and clear. That's actually some pretty decent football weather when you think about it, because without the clouds, it should be warmer. All right, yeah. Oh, and I finally figured out. I mean, you guys shouldn't get feedback into the well, I mean, it shouldn't get as much, but I finally figured out. I couldn't figure out before, like, what I did differently to get the audio output from my monitor to feedback into my PC speakers. And oh, Donovan, you got your bet just in time. So I finally figured out how to get that wired back up. So now I'm not excuse me, trying to play audio through my monitor speakers. So, you know, I tried that. What is this dog doing? This dog is so obnoxious. All right, let's go through these intros first. So you think Kansas City's going to lose 2 games back to back? I don't know, man. I don't they'll need to find a good way to attack their defense, but remember, the one thing we got to remember is that last week Mahomes had something happen to his ankle in the first half. Like, he tweaked his ankle in the first half, and then someone stepped on it in the second half. So we just have to consider that. Oh.
So far this season now, 11 touchdown passes for Watson, just one.
All right, there's sound.
On 1st and 10, Watson.
He's not gonna, dude. CM Punk is not gonna wrestle again. He's already made that. He's already made that abundantly clear. Like, someone point blank asked him, like, what if WWE like approached you again and said, you know, like, they said they wanted to squash the beef and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, let bygones be bygones and try to work something out. But the guy was like, well, what, would you ever wrestle again? And he's like, if someone asked me to wrestle, no. He's like, I'm done with that. Like, it's like I have no interest in putting myself in a role where I'm actually a competitor again. So he's pretty much already said that that's not likely to happen ever again. I mean, now with WWE, you know, like, they might say, like, well, you know, if you could just get in the ring every once in a while, like once a year or something like that, maybe.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory.
But, you know, like he said, I mean, beyond the medical stuff, it sounded like he was already sort of checked out. So the medical stuff didn't really help the situation. Yeah, I wonder if I need to set up like a Wi-Fi extender or something like that. I may have to try that. And Peyton, stop. Stop it, idiot. You're so stupid. Oh my gosh. That run, that could have broke. But he got fortunate enough. He got held up, and then the defender was able to chase him down. That was close there. Plus, you got to keep in mind, too, that, you remember, Indy also had Justin Houston, a former defensive end for Kansas City, just like, what, the last year or whatever? So, I mean, you know, he has some understanding of like their offense and where Mahomes' weaknesses are at and that kind of stuff. So I mean, they actually have like, oh, Watson going deep. Oh, Hopkins had it, then dropped it, or Fuller, whoever it was. They both have like the same hairstyle. Oh, it was Hopkins. Okay.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate.
Oh, he got crushed. He got sandwiched.
Loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
But yeah, that would be dumb. I honestly, I don't like this whole Cain Velasquez and Brock thing is so stupid. Oh, they're going for a fake. He throws it. Oh my God, overthrown. What the hell? I don't even. Why would you fake punt so early in the game? You just gave up like very good field position to the like one of the best, if not the best, offense in the NFL at this point. Like, how about we just give them possession at the 50? Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do that. Where's JJ at, man? He said he wanted to see Texans.
But next up, they'll be home again to face the Texans.
Strowman, yeah, I mean all that stuff. It's just like wasting his time, dude. Like Preston said, I hate to say it. I don't. Oh, down goes Mahommes. Down goes Mahommes. Ouch. You know, I just feel like Strowman, like, God, they misuse that guy so much. I mean, maybe it gets his name out there a little bit. Because then it's kind of a big thing, but it only depends on what happens. I mean, in my opinion, it only depends on what happens at the end. Like if Strowman comes out successful, then yeah, then it might be worth it, you know, from a publicity stunt standpoint to get more attention on him. Now, I'm happy that SmackDown. I mean, I'm assuming you know that SmackDown drafted him. Oh my God, down goes Mahomes. Oh, he stayed up, throws. Oh, caught. And he escapes the 40, the 30, 20. Oh, he's gone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Oh, my God, on a play that looked like he was getting sacked again. Then Watkins breaks 2 tackles and goes for the 6. Wow, that was an explosive play if we've ever seen one at Madden. Holy hell. That was insane. Mahomes gets out of the sack, has like 2 seconds to throw. Throws a dot right there, and Watkins just does the rest. Damn, son. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point.
During the Crown Jewel event, Fury hinted at him versus Velasquez.
And his kick is good.
I just Oh, did you see the so Donovan, did you hear the stats about the viewership rating or the viewership change on SmackDown? I told you, man, Fox is going to drive that product into the ground because they're trying to fill it up with too many of their personalities, and they're trying to inject themselves too much as part of the product. And it's going to ultimately it's going to water it down and cause issues for WWE, in my opinion. They said that the week 2 viewership ratings dropped by 25%. So for SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown, it dropped 25% compared to last week. That's insane. They've already lost a quarter of the people that watched last week. Now, granted, you know, maybe the numbers were inflated last week because everyone's like, ooh, it's Friday Night SmackDown, it's new, it's back, you know, and so maybe you had slightly more people tune in that wouldn't have normally tuned in. But chances are they probably already lost all those new people because it's like, well, what is this crap? Like, why is Aaron Andrews dancing with New Day? Like, what the hell does this got to do with anything? It's just, like I said, I mean, that, like, if you're a traditional wrestling fan, this stuff really annoys you. Next up, a tough one at the Chiefs, and then another tough one at Indianapolis. Well, I had fun playing Rock Band last night on Live Me. I wish I had, you know, I won't get my lighting equipment until today. So I might do like a stream, but not like a gaming stream on Live Me tonight. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. Yeah, I heard they changed the name of the current belt in NXT to the Cruiserweight Championship. Oh yeah, and then NXT got beat this week by AEW. Oh, Watson's running now. Oh, and he slides. You wish Orton was drafted to SmackDown? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what the plans are. I mean, other than, you know, SmackDown might get some other big names because chances are what's going to happen on Monday, I'm sure, as you know, it's supposed to be Sasha's supposed to be taking on Becky Lynch for who gets first pick in the next part of the draft, which since Raw got first pick on SmackDown, I'm assuming that SmackDown's going to get first pick on Raw. So chances are Sasha Banks is going to win that match somehow. And so SmackDown will have the majority of the picks because Raw got like they got so many more people in the first round. It didn't even make any sense. It was so unbalanced. So chances are New Day is going to be on SmackDown is my guess. New Day's going to stay on SmackDown or go to SmackDown, whatever you want to say. Because with the second pick, Raw, they drafted the OC. So they got AJ Styles, Anderson, and Gallows, you know, in one shot. But then, like, SmackDown didn't have a comparable pick. They just had a bunch of individuals. They drafted no tag teams. So Raw certainly outweighed them in terms of picks, and they had the first pick, and they had the last pick, and it was a snaking draft too. It's like, how unbalanced is that? Like, that's just insane. So they're definitely trying to position themselves so that Raw still has more power because that's probably still just their biggest draw, which I'm sure it is. But it's just like you don't really make it seem very even. Well, I mean, what do you mean just Roman Reigns? I mean, Braun, though. Braun is on SmackDown, too. That I think, is going to be a big deal. And Brock I can't remember. Brock didn't go anywhere yet, did he? I don't think Brock got drafted anywhere. They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead. I'm just glad OBS worked fine. Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big time race. Well, means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team. Yeah, I mean that's a possibility, Danny. Maybe. You know, maybe unless they have a match on Monday or something where he loses it or some crap and then gets drafted to Raw. All right, so Houston was forced to punt there, and Kansas City takes over again. So Kansas, the score we have was because of a big play by Mahommes and a big play by Watkins. Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down. Mahomes throws, caught, another first down, and then some. And Tyreek, well, they have Tyreek in here, so I don't know if he's back yet. I still thought he was like closer to game time decision or something like that. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws. Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help. I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me and let him shred my defense. Yeah, I don't know if they would change the strap. I don't know if they'd put Universal on SmackDown. And Donovan, you caught their whole thing about Bray Wyatt. I think they're gonna. they're gonna run that guy into the ground, most likely, with their stupidity, or or we think WWE's trying to pull the wool over our eyes a little bit, and they're not. But you notice that, like, when they drafted Bray Wyatt, they said SmackDown drafts Bray Wyatt, and then they had like Bray Wyatt's picture with him wearing the Mr. Rogers sweater, and
10 touchdowns and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahommes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a
another first down, Kelsey there, and Corey Graves said, well, he's like, well, that's fine. He's like, just don't bring the Fiend here. So I think what they're gonna end up doing is, like, the Fiend's gonna be like a Raw exclusive character, and then Bray Wyatt is gonna be SmackDown exclusive. So, which makes no sense because they said there's no wild card rule, but that's gonna be their way to kind of get around that wild card rule, which is like, oh my god, like, just please, like, you're insulting people's intelligence. Marcus, yeah, the time went back, dude. No, I'm just kidding. The time doesn't go back till the end of October, dude. So, I mean, just based on the way that Corey Graves said it, it makes you think already that that's what they're going to do. I mean, and Preston seems to think the same thing. Vince Jr. How do you say WWE? You bring ECW back, or you bring the War Games to the main roster? No, I don't. Well, you say WWE by... first off, figuring out, like, what your future is, because right now, to me, it seems like for the last, ever since John Cena left, ever since John Cena hasn't been a primary function in that business, they've lost, like, where they're headed. They're just kind of doing whatever. I understand, like, they're kind of posturing themselves up for future to an extent, but Mahomes with the 360 spin and could not do it. What's up, John? How's it going, dude? What's up, my dude? How's it going, man? You want more Extreme Rules matches back? Nah. I don't know. I mean, they don't really take advantage of Extreme Rules anyways. Oh! Wow, he rolled over his offensive lineman. We'll see what happens today, John. So I'm doing that sim next. Well, after this game's over, but I think that's going to be a challenge for the Eagles. To be honest, I feel like that's going to be a challenge. Oh, whoa! Oh my God, that was a really dangerous throw. I don't know if Mahomes actually makes that throw, because that was pretty dangerous. Paul Heyman, bring back the kendo sticks to the stack tables, trash cans. I think those days are behind us. Like, and maybe that's just because WWE's kind of set that tone that, like, we're not, like, trying to get people to destroy themselves anymore, which I kind of understand, because, like, some of these guys, you see these guys after wrestling, and they're quite worse for wear because they put themselves through a lot. All right, so Kansas City forced to kick a field goal, and it is good. So we have, well, no, I'm not worried about that part of it. Well, I'm not necessarily worried about that part of it, John. I'd be more worried about the offense being able to produce. I don't think the defense has to worry as much because you got Kirk Cousins back there. So as long as you can get any pressure on Cousins, then that game is in the hands of the Eagles fairly easily. You're interested to see what Heyman and Bischoff are going to do, bring to the table? Well, I mean, we're already seeing what Heyman's doing. The question is what Bischoff's actually going to do, because remember, it wasn't until, like, Shane was gone that Bischoff officially was going to take over or whatever, so... Because even though, like, he was the GM or whatever, he technically wasn't doing anything.
And now out comes Houston. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10.
Man, I can't wait till I get my lighting for my room for my live muse stuff, because we'll see, Donovan. Maybe it's one of those, maybe you know, like that one dude said on the Chris Carter show, first things first, he's like, well, their games this season have been loss, win, loss, win, loss. So he's like, you know, because of the inconsistencies, like, you know, chances are this could be a winning game. You know, they seem to turn things around after a loss. So I sure as heck hope they do. I mean, the Browns need to come out of this first 8-game stretch at least 4-4. That's sort of my opinion, but not completely my opinion. But I think that they do need to come out of the first 8 games 4-4 to they'll still be competitive in the AFC North coming out 4-4, because Baltimore, you know, remember, so Baltimore's first half of the season started off pretty light, and so the back half of their season is going to be like what the Browns had the first half. So those teams will be far more developed too. So you know, they'll be even that more complicated. You know, they got to play San Francisco still. They've got to play some of the teams that Cleveland's played, the Rams. You know, so who knows if they're going to win or lose some of those games. Chances are they're going to be losses. Why do you act kind of like Johnny Manziel? What do you mean? Why do I act like? Wait, what? Why? I do like how WWE has brought back Pyro to Open. Well, yeah, I mean they. You know, it's. That's kind of like the old adage, like you get what you put into, like you get out of what you put into your effort or what you put into things, right? So if you don't put much effort into something, then people will realize that, and then they're not going to really care about it as much.
And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Oh. I thought you were saying, like, I'm acting like Johnny Manziel. I was like, what? Like, no, he's not acting. I mean, he's got, like, a similar kind of chip, kind of, I guess. But even then, I don't know if Johnny Manziel had a chip. Johnny Manziel was just, like, he was just more or less a loose cannon, like, than anything else. Baker Mayfield's more of, like, he's got a chip. And remember, Richard Sherman caused all that nonsense last week with them in San Francisco. And then he doubled back and was like, oh, I'm going to apologize to Baker now. And it's just like, what an idiot. Like, honestly, that makes you look like a clown. You know, you were talking all this shit about, like, you need to respect veterans and stuff like that. And then it turns out, like, he was fine and respected you. He gave enough respect. Like, how much, you know, like I said, my next thing is, what do you want to do? Like, you want him to bend over and kiss your ass at the 50 or something when you were doing the coin toss? Like, what more did you want? The guy shook your hand before the toss. He didn't shake it after, but they had to go get prepared. They had possession first. So yeah, then he went on. I think he was on the show with Pat McAfee. I didn't hear any of the show, but it was that day later that he said that he planned on apologizing to Baker. And it's just like, what an idiot! Like, you cause all that commotion, and you know, because again, Baker's already got a reputation. He doesn't need any help. You know, and I get, like, sometimes I think he probably talks a little too much, but, you know, again, it's like, for me, like, as a Browns fan, like, you do want someone who's gonna, like, stand up for your organization, because, like, he's the only mouthpiece. You know, like, a coach is not gonna say that kind of stuff. Like, Freddie Kitchens won't say it. Dorsey's not gonna say that kind of stuff. Oh, what a catch! Huge play, 1st down. Well, yeah, at least he did apologize, but it's just like. But there was like several days. You spent almost the whole week with this nonsense about how, you know, people were like, oh, well, talking trash about Baker Mayfield. Like, see, I knew it, and he's such a jerk, and blah, blah, blah. And then, like, so he gets a bad rap. And, like, that's the one thing that people are always going to remember. People usually remember the headlines. They don't remember the shit that happens afterwards. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff that just irritates me. So
1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line.
Because remember, Baker, you know, a lot of people remember that shit about the Daniel Jones things too, and that's the other thing that people talk about a lot still. Even, oh, Mahomes running, he fumbles. Oh no, Mahomes gets stripped. Oh no. You know, they still remember that comment about Daniel Jones. Remember, he came back around and said, I never said that about Daniel Jones, you know, and he clarified exactly what he said. But, you know, people aren't going to remember that. They're going to remember the fact that he was talking about someone on another team. Now, granted, like I said, I don't think you should ever be talking about someone on another team at all. You know, it's not appropriate because you're not with them. You don't know them. You know, maybe you do. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you know them, maybe you can say something. But you know, I wasn't under the impression that Baker knew or had conversations with Daniel Jones prior to him making any comments. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's the thing. I don't think he necessarily said that stuff either. But again, what people are going to remember is the fact that this story broke that Baker Mayfield was talking shit about Daniel Jones. And so that's that. And people still, like, if you saw some of those comments that people had and all those discussions about the Richard Sherman situation, that's what everyone kept that was one of the things that kept coming up. People were like, oh yeah, then he was talking shit about Daniel Jones. And it's like, you know, and it's like, I'm only one person. I try to defend, like, things sometimes, but I'm like, dude, he never said anything about him. And I'm like, give me the proof, give me the exact quote. And then they quoted it, and I said, okay, but here's the other quote from the follow-up story where he said he didn't talk about him, so you have your facts twisted. So again, like, people only remember the headlines, man. They don't remember the afterward stuff, you know, the clarifications, the finer points of things, because people just want something. People want a reason to, like, feel a certain way. That's the one thing I've realized in life, is people want a reason to feel a certain way. And so if anyone was on the fence about Baker Mayfield, like, any one of those things, those are things that help them feel better about their decision to not like Baker, for example, you know, or talk trash about him. You know, it's just, again, it's their way of helping justify. So you'll remember, it's like living in that bubble, just like Trump voters, for example. They live in that bubble, and so if they keep repeating the same nonsense to themselves, it makes them feel better about why they voted for Trump and why they continue to support Trump. Oh, dead screenplay on 3rd and 4. Wow. You tell people not to mess with your homie Baker, otherwise it's gonna be if they do, it's gonna be a problem. But you don't want no problems. Dude, I love that song. You ever heard that song, John? I don't know what kind of, I'm assuming you listen to some hip hop. Do you remember that song by Little Scrappy called No Problem? I think he was from Cleveland. If I recall correctly, I think Little Scrappy was from Cleveland, but he had that song No Problem. That was a good song. And he's also got that song Money in the Bank. Oh, dude, that song is freaking hot, dude. I love that song so much. That's an older song. I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank? I got money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank? Oh man, that song is good though, and the music video is pretty sick too. That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage. He had like a couple of good songs, but like I don't remember anything. I don't know of anything else that he's ever made. What in the world are you talking about, VTT? And it's been a while since I've seen you here, bro. What are you up to, man? Another screen. Those screenplays never work for the wide receivers in this game. Like, probably like 5% of the time they work. My favorite rappers from Cleveland, Bone Thugs. Oh, snap. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. You know, they had some, you know, I don't even know whatever happened to those guys. In my opinion, they just disappeared, man. They were hot for like 4 years maybe, and then they just disappeared into nowhere. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make. When the current president is a member of the WWE Hall of Fame. What? They've been around a long time. Well, I mean, I know they've been around, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, hit songs or albums that you've heard or songs you've heard from them. D-double-G. Who the hell is that? Who's D-double-G? You know, and I was actually thinking about hip-hop the other day because, like, with Tupac and Snoop and all that stuff, like, I was thinking about Snoop, thinking, like, how did Snoop Dogg ever become so popular? Because honestly, like, in my honest opinion, I don't feel like he's had that many hit songs. Like, he's had one here, one there. But honestly, I feel like after his 1990, geez, I want to say it was what, 94? Was it 94 where the Doggy Style CD came out? I feel like it was after that. Like, oh, it's D-O-double-G, not just D-double-G. So, man, Kansas City gets a first down on 3rd and long, and so now they're rolling again. Yeah, I feel like Doggy Style was like the only good like album that Snoop Dogg has ever had. Yo, he made an appearance on Dr. Dre on the Chronic CD in '92. So maybe Doggy Style was either 93 or 94. And then like after that, like honestly, like he remember he went to No Limit Records with Master P, and you know the only song he had like that song Snoop's Upside Your Head. Like that was kind of an okay song, but like, oh, what the heck was that flick? What a catch! Touchdown! Whoa! That flick though. That looked very unrealistic. That like the way the ball came out of his hand, the trajectory based on how his arm, the angle and stuff, like that just didn't seem right. But what a catch by Tyreek, man, in the corner of the end zone. Wow, what a play. Desean Watson's like, man, I wish I could throw like that. So Kansas City about to take a 17-point lead here with 5 minutes left in the second quarter, in the first half. The extra point is good. So 17-0 Chiefs. I mean, I don't think this is unrealistic to expect today. I don't think this is unrealistic. You know, it depends on what Kansas City team shows up. You know, and again, like defensively, they have to do just enough to keep Desean Watson in check. You know, that's the kind of big key there. But yeah, I would have loved to have done Rock Band last night with my new with what my eventually new lighting system. Oh guys, I got a new I'm getting a new Halloween costume this year. So it's one I've wanted for like a long time now. But I'm not gonna show it until I actually get until I have all of the pieces of it, because I've got like about 3/4 of the costume right now, or so. I'm missing like one piece, possibly two if I wanted to look better, but I think one piece is all I'm missing right now. He was fortunate that one album carried his career and doing songs with Dre and others. Yeah, I mean, he had like the only other one I remember with him that was decent that had it. Oh, you know what? He was obviously he was like featured, I think, in that one. Technically, he was in the Pussycat Dolls song "Buttons." That was actually a good song. He was in Akon's "I Wanna Fuck You" song, or "I Wanna Love You," however you want to call it. But the song he did with Pussycat Dolls was pretty good. And then the Two of America. That's right. He was on Tupac's CD, Two of America's Most Wanted, on All Eyes on Me in '96. So, oh, what a run! So that helped him for sure, because that was that song, like that song with him and Tupac. Oh my God, that song was so good. That song was so good. Such a good song. Like, I just, such a good song. It's just a shame. Oh, it's such a shame what happened with Tupac, man. I wish that dude was still alive to see how he would have evolved. Because I feel like God, you know, rap would be, I think hip-hop or rap would be so much different right now if Tupac was still playing. If he was still alive, you know, still making music. He might even be a producer by this point now. Shit, because he was 25 then, so... Damn, Tupac would be damn near like 45 right now or some shit like that. 48? He'd be like 48 years old, right? Jesus. Tupac would be almost a grandpa at this point. And Biggie, man. You know, I like some of Biggie's songs, but I wasn't a huge fan of Biggie at all. I didn't like his music like that. Like Tupac, like, you know, I could take All Eyes on Me, and I could like listen to like both CDs. I could listen to like both CDs and like be fine, and like maybe skip like a couple of songs. Like that was the thing about Tupac's music, is that like all his music, like almost every single track that he had was like good. Now his earlier stuff is a little, you know, it's a little different, like the Strictly For My You Know What album. You know, like he had I Get Around on there, and that was good, but I didn't really like anything else on that CD or on that album at all. Tupacalypse Now, like he had Brenda's Got a Baby, which was like what kind of opened the door for him, but like nothing else on that CD was like really all that great in my opinion. Oh, Watson fumbles! Oh, and he turns it over to Kansas City. Oh my God, just when they had a drive going. Oh, Watson fumbles it away. Now let's see, I wonder if he was down, but I don't think he was quite down yet. It looked like yeah, it was out. Oh man, he helmeted that. Then he got the ball back. So yeah, I mean, jeez, yeah, but Snoop, I'm just trying to think like what. And then he had, remember he had Snoop-a-Fella. That song was pretty good, but then after his fallout with Death Row, they remade the song with with the guy they called Top Dog, and then he called it Cinderfella. So they basically took the same thing, but they had the same audio behind the track, and they just had someone else sing the song. Just their artist called Top Dog. All right, Mahommes back to pass, throws, caught, first down, Kansas City. Oh, and he gets out of bounds. Baker cries during one shining moment. What?
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a...
Yeah, Watkins has been mostly quiet since that first touchdown catch he had. You agree with that about Biggie? Yeah, Biggie has some good songs like here and there. I mean, I liked his duet or whatever you want to call it. His track he did with Bone Thugs and Harmony, the Notorious Thugs. Oh, with another flick going deep. Oh, what a catch. Oh, Watkins explodes for another touchdown all over Houston's face. Oh, God. Oh, my God, Watkins, dude. What the hell is this? Another of that weird wrist flick that Mahommes had. Oh, look, the defender was out of position. Wow. Just like that, dude. You know, Donovan, I don't know. I sure as hell hope not, I guess. Well, there goes 5 gold Dragons. It's never too late. You know, they're only down 24 at the half. We'll see. I mean, maybe Houston will come up with a good 2-minute drive and get back in the game. You didn't see a notification? I mean, it was at like 9:15, so you may have not been expecting it, Amon.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
People are so rude on this app. Like, guys especially guys are such morons. Like, guys will, like, in live me, like, guys literally, like, go into some of the chats and, like, hey, I wanna screw you. You know, that's what they say to the girls on the app. And it's just, like, really, like, that's your opening line, or you're, like, literally just trying to get banned right away. Watching streams while he trades. I'm trying to catch coins. So I'm just waiting for coin drops and stuff like that. I'm not really watching it. I'm not even listening to it. I'm waiting. I'm just trying to catch coins. Oh. All right, so they get to the 26. Let's see what Houston can do, man, if anything. Oh, she likes her little blankie. What a cute little doggy. Did you see I'm telling you to start shaking your butt on live? No, I didn't see your comments. Are you sure? You know what? They could have been getting censored, Donovan. You need to check that because they do have a lot of filtering on there now. Like sometimes I've had stuff get filtered and I have like no idea why. Like it's just the combination of certain words. Like they just automatically filter out. But yeah, there's certain words. I don't think you can. I don't even know if you can say "but," because it'll pop up like something at the bottom of the screen that'll say like, "Oh, this has been censored and no one else will be able to see it." How's your cat, Chester? Chester's doing. He's doing all right. I mean, he's still Chester. He just meows a lot. Like he's just. I don't know. Like I said, I think he's just getting old. You know, he walks around, he'll sit there and meow at me and meow at me and meow at me, and then he'll just go over and eat food, then he's fine. I'm like, why were you like meowing at me? Your food's been sitting there. It's not like I just gave you new food or you needed food. Oh! I think that was a one-handed grab. Butt instead of butt, yeah. Yeah, I didn't see. I was looking. Preston's comments were the only ones I was seeing in that chat last night, which kind of got me a little down. But you know, I understand that if you're not, you know, like I hadn't been on there or live stream on there like for like months, and it's not like, so if you're not consistent with it, then people were kind of like, okay. But there were people watching in there. There were people with profile pics that were in there, and I'm like, guys, like send likes. At least send some likes, but like no one was sending any likes. I don't even know how many likes I got in the broadcast, and I didn't even review. I should have reviewed better. Yeah, I don't know if you can go back and see like your ratings for your. Oh my God, that could have been picked. Your ratings for your past stream. I'll have to check that, but there was like 400 people. No, that's not how it works. It's the fire thing changed. So like on the top left, they've got that little fire thing. That's basically like how popular your broadcast is, more than anything. So popularity is determined based on gifts. Oh, that's close. That could be inches. Yeah, 4th down in inches at the 47. Wow, he fell backwards or like exactly parallel to the line. But the ball was on the left side of the line instead of the right. You know, from his perspective, falling out of bounds. Wow, they had a punt on 4th and inches. Damn. Oh my God, they had a shitty punt. It only went like 20 yards. But yeah, so it's based on gifts and it's based on like activity in the chat. So if there's a lot of chat activity, then that like, so a lot of people will say like come into my broadcast and spam in chat, and so like when you spam chat, that'll get that little fire counter going up. So that's why I tell people like at least if you don't have gifts, then go in there and like, you know, talk in chat, try to stay active, send likes and stuff like that, because all those things help contribute to that number. So, but a while ago, it used to be strictly based on viewer count. But it was something weird, like there was like 2 for every 1 viewer in your chat or something like that. You know, it didn't make any sense. So now it's still pretty subjective as to what it is. But Chiefs not looking like they put up 21 in the first half anymore. I don't know. Based on what? All right, another catch. Oh, he breaks the tackle, gets the first down. Wow, Kansas City's already at the 45. Will they use the timeout? You have to jump on the bed like you did when you went to Pittsburgh? Yeah, well, we're in, Barry, simulating looks pretty realistic this year. No, it's not. No. I still have a lot of gripes with EA's simulations. Wow, how did they not call a timeout? I mean, you're ahead by 24. You have a chance to score more points before the half. Like, how would you not call a timeout and try to get more points? Mahomes lobs it. Oh, what a catch! First down. Come on, where's the timeout? What the hell, dude? Drop gate. Oh man, drop gate, huh? I cannot believe they have not called a timeout. This makes absolutely no sense.
200 yards here the first half. Boy, a tough start for the second.
I don't know what's happening here. See, again, this is why EA simulations make absolutely no sense. Because they should have, any regular team would have actually been calling timeouts. Because you're in position to score again, up by 24 in the first half with a chance to kick a field goal or score a touchdown before the end of the half. You got the defense on its heels. Again, this is where EA fails us. So 88 passing yards, 76 rushing yards for the Texans. So they have more rushing yards, but look at that. That was the first touchdown, dude. That's when Mahommes, like, he did a spin and Rudy out of that tackle. Then Watkins broke 2 tackles and took it to the house. So Watkins has got 2 touchdowns in this game, and both of them were like big plays. Tyrese got another one. All right, John. Baker doesn't like Gordon Ramsay. He kind of reminds me of Simon Cowell a little bit. Mahomes almost has 400 yards passing. Does he really? I didn't even see his number because they showed that thing is the graphics too fast. It like disappeared before I had a chance to even look at the whole thing. But yeah, I really wanted to do Rock Band when I had my my lighting, because I feel like that would be a lot better if I have like lights going on in the room and stuff like that. But you know, the Rock Band isn't as good. You know how the Chiefs lost to the Colts? I mean, well, I can't say this is 100% of it, but you know, Mahomes injured his ankle in the first half, and he said that someone stepped on his ankle again in the second half. Now, I guess take that. Oh, wow, he does. He has 373 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half. Oh, my God. So, I mean, he doesn't sound like he was at necessarily 100% enough. But remember, the Colts also had Justin Houston, who was part of Kansas City for a while. So, I mean, he, you know, certainly has some insider knowledge on the Chiefs offense to some extent, right? So, he could tell them how to play defense against Kansas City. Mahomes throwing deep. Oh, that was overthrown. That wasn't his best throw of the day for sure. And Chiefs defense is suspect. So if their offense, you know, they're really heavily relying on their offense to be able to score a lot of points and basically just outscore their opponents. They're not worried about trying to stop every play that or every drive an opponent has against them. They're just not. They don't have the defense for that anymore. Justin Houston was a huge part of that. Kelsey gets another first down. So Mahomes at 391. I think there's two receivers at 100 yards or more right now. So you have Kelsey as one. I think Watkins definitely has over 100 yards right now receiving. Because 2 of his plays, he had one that was like what, like 60 yards, and another was like 40 or 50 yards. What's up, Raider? How's it going, dude? 24-0. Yeah, dude. Watkins has been balling in this game, dude, and so is Mahomes. Mahomes is back on track. He's got 400 yards almost right now, and they're just started the second half. Oh, what a run by McCoy. They should be up 31-0 or at least 27-0, but you know, EA logic.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So I wonder, see, I don't know if I'd want to commit to doing this or not, but I was just kind of thinking, like, what if I woke up earlier on Sundays and did, like, more simulations or something like that, like, started streaming earlier in the morning. I don't know if I'd want to commit to doing something like that, though, because it's, like, depending upon how late I stay up on Saturday, that usually dictates what happens on Sundays. But I feel like that could be interesting. I just don't know, like, if I was up any earlier that I'd really get that many more people here to watch. Oh, geez, another first down for there's Watkins again. Mono Boy back, y'all, for the Jets? Wow. You know what's funny is that on that Chris Carter show, they mentioned that they claimed that supposedly They said no other sophomore QB has regressed in the way that Baker Mayfield has. But the funny thing is that Sam Darnold hasn't played but one game this whole season. So I don't know how you're going to judge anything based on that. Plus, they didn't really have he didn't exactly have a phenomenal game against the Bills in Week 1 to begin with. Lamar Jackson didn't even really throw his first season. He spent a lot more time letting the ball get run and relying on their defense. So, like, you can't even really count that. And I can't remember, like, what other sophomore QBs you have this year. But those two, like, sticking out as the examples to compare with. It's kind of like... Plus, for those guys... I think Mahomes... Wait, no, not Mahomes. Sorry. Darnold. Did they... Oh, overthrown. That was a bad overthrow. Josh Allen. Josh Allen hasn't really stood out. He's not necessarily any better than he was last year, but did he even start last year though, Allen? I thought he was a backup last year. I think he sat, I thought, most of the season or something. Rosen sucks. Well, I shouldn't say, I don't want to say he sucks, but I mean he is still yet to be proven to be anything, and so and plus he plays for Miami now. He plays for a different team, and it's not like he's exactly balling out. So it's kind of like, I mean, how could you even make these comparisons? Like, well, Rosen wasn't drafted the same year Mayfield was drafted, was he?
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep.
I don't remember, but I just know, like, the two I mentioned though, like trash punt, not too bad though, I guess. Rosen was a 10th, okay. What's up, Alanitis? Alanitis, do you know where I got that from, by the way?
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey scored a touchdown, guys, for Carolina. I didn't realize Carolina was the team that was in London. So McCaffrey got a rushing touchdown for anyone who's got fantasy. Got him in fantasy. Oh, stuffed. Yeah, their game started at 9:30 was my understanding. It was a 9:30 game. As opposed to like the Oakland one being like starting later for whatever reason. Probably just for West Coast, so West Coast teams can watch. Or West Coast fans could watch. And not have to be up at like 6 a.m. to watch football. Oh, Duke, go Duke with the spin. What channel is the London game on? I have no idea. No idea. I'm not watching it. Oh, what's up, Kerry? I saw you earlier, dude. What's up, man? So, guys, does my mic quality sound like slightly better than usual or any different than usual?
Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history.
You know, I wonder. Oh yeah, no, you can't even change that in here anyway. So. Oh, Duke, get another first. Oh, he's still up. Oh, then he gets tackled out. Panthers up by 3. Oh, okay. After the McCaffrey touchdown. Is it on MTV? What the heck?
I know that play went to the right side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being in
Oh, by the way, guys, if you didn't know, like Live Me, you don't need the app. You don't need the app to watch Live Me. If you didn't know that, if you ever wanted to watch me on Live Me, they have you can go to, I think it's like liveme.com or something like that, where you can, like, I think you can register for an account there. I don't believe you need to have a phone number. Deep touchdown! Nope, Hawkins is way out of bounds. Is on NFL Network? Oh, okay. Stop trying to put team in London, not going to work. Houston challenges. Why would you challenge that? Nope, that was not a touchdown by any stretch of the imagination. Like, you could tell on the initial look, his first foot was out. I mean, Carolina's played better without Cam. Well, I could see how that could happen to some extent because everyone's trying to prove, like, well, you know, we don't need one person. You kind of have an idea for this first stream? Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of things I've got like on the back burner stream related. Well, actually, there's at least 4 things I have on the back burner for the stream that I can think of. But it's like, you know, I mentioned yesterday, it's like that's one of the downsides of being a creative person is, you know, you can have all the ideas in the world, but they all take time to implement. And when there's just one of you, it's very difficult. One of the ideas I have reached out for help on, but and the other one's going to take some time to get done. It's going to take quite a while, about as long as it took to create the first Madden sub tournament website thing. I have an idea that's kind of similar to that, but it's far more complicated than that. Oh, Duke! Oh, almost. I think he may have gotten the first or close to it. Nope, inches. Happy Columbus Day. Wow. Holy crap, I just found a London game on the British Broadcasting Corporation. You spell cooperation, but Alanitis, you butthead. Duke gets the first. Yo, literally, and someone. Oh yeah, I was saying about Live Me though. Like, you can go to, I think it's liveme.com, and I believe you can sign up for an account there. And like you could watch from your PC basically, or a laptop or something. So I don't think you need to have the app, because you can give gifts and stuff like that from there and catch coins and like literally everything that you would do there. Oh, touchdown, Houston! For the man of the hour last week, or the man of the couple hours last week, gets his touchdown today, but there's 3 minutes left in the third, so I mean, it's not exactly over, but you need green eggs and ham for breakfast, said Sam I am.
And worry about getting the next one after that.
Looked like the Chiefs player was involved in their touchdown celebration, giving them 5s. It's like, yeah, way to go, man. Way to get that TD. Oh, they're going for 2. That's interesting. Okay. All right. A reasonably smart decision. Oh, Watson gets it. Why would you slide in the end zone anyways? But anyways, touchdown or 2-point conversion is good. So this is now a 2-possession game, guys.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need.
Glad Dr. Seuss still alive.
There's a great example right there.
In rapping. Thank you, Sam I am. Yes, I do like orange sausages and clams. What the heck? Huh. But Alanitis, so the wakey eggs and bakey. Has anyone ever seen Kill Bill? I think that's from Volume 2, I believe. I'm almost certain it's from Kill Bill Volume 2, where the hillbilly guy in the desert, which is kind of weird that he lives in the desert, but he's a hillbilly as opposed to like the country with a lot of grass or something. But the hillbilly dude who lives in the desert, who attempted to bury Uma Thurman alive in a wooden casket. He's the one who said that the one time. He's like, he goes, wakey, eggs and bakey. I think it was after he knocked her out. Yeah, it was after he knocked her out overnight and held her captive before he buried her the next day, I believe. Something like that. When she woke up, he was like, wakey, eggs and bakey.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, with Damian Williams it's notable that
Dr.
the Chiefs
Zeus.
didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled.
Carolina looks good. Oh my God.
Against the Colts and Patriots.
Oh, he may have not gained the line because he turned around. Damn. He had the first. If he wouldn't have turned around and just went down, it would have been a first down. Or pretty close to it. It would have been inches instead of 2 yards away. See? He ran back, but when he turned around and tried to make forward progress, he screwed himself. Exclamation point, green eggs and ham.
And you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
They'll try and run for
And they get the first. Wow. Looked like he was going to get held up.
and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Yeah, their running game's not that great, to be honest. Like, between McCoy and Williams, they don't have much rushing yards. All of their big plays have been just Mahommes. But notice Mahomes isn't throwing that much right now, which is good, or his throws are short, so they're just trying to run clock, essentially. I'm assuming they have 2 clock turned on. Nope, it doesn't look like they do, actually, which is weird. Oh, play action. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Spins, throws, caught, first down. Why does he always end up doing like 360 no-scopes? So he's got 22 for 26, 400. Wait, what? I swear his numbers was just different. I thought it said 416 yards and 3 touchdowns, but then they showed 409 passing yards, which makes no sense. EA, tell me your game's not bugged.
The second half started 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground. This is
Oh! All that for like 2 yards. See, look, Williams is 4 for 9, and freaking McCoy is like 4 for 15 or 5 for 17, something like that. So, not much rushing yards for them right now. For Kansas City.
But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throws, caught. Oh, short of the first by like a yard.
8 yards on the completion, but
Inches. Wow.
But that's what you're looking for when you
Yeah, they should have drain clock on right now, or 2 clock. They're in field goal range-ish. I'd say, again, for me in this game, you need to be at the 30 or closer to have pretty much a guaranteed field goal. You know, maybe about 90%. Empty-handed, fake handoff, caught. Oh, a huge first down to the 10. Wow. J-Dogs, who do you think is going to win, Redskins or Dolphins? I don't know. According to the sim yesterday, the sim said the Redskins, but I feel like the Dolphins have the better chance. It's either that or a tie. I feel like the Dolphins should have the edge, but it could be a tie, too. It could be a tie, man. They could be equally as bad. I don't know.
Fantastic performance, and he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun.
Mahomes back to pass. Oh, man, he gets blasted. Down goes Mahomes. Down goes Mahomes. Damn, he got laid out there, man. He even dropped the ball at the end. He's like, shit, that hurt. All right, so end of the third now. Oh, yeah, that's another. Well, I don't know if that one's nearly as bad, but because remember, the Steelers do have a win. The Chargers have. I'm assuming the Chargers at least have a win too, right? I think they won 1 game. I actually don't know what the Chargers' record is, to be honest. I know the Steelers are 1-5 right now, or 1-4.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA.
That's why I'm not. Oh shit! The Bengals haven't even won a game yet, right? Either. So they're 0-5, right? Or did they win one again? Did they beat Seattle? I can't remember. Both teams have at least a win.
First down, a bit of a disaster.
All right, so 2nd and goal from the 17. So At least get 3 points out of this drive and you're good. Mahommes throws caught to the 5. Oh my god, and they face masked them, so they get an automatic first down in addition to the half the distance. So now they're at like the 2 or the 3. Yeah, they're on the 3. Wow, with the first down due to the face mask. Wow. G frickin' G. You idiots. Falcons versus Cardinals. Ooh, could be an interesting game. Mahommes with the handoff. Wow, untouched McCoy. Touchdown. Kansas City, man. Uh-oh. So that was like 12 seconds into the fourth quarter. Look at that. He's one-handed the ball like that. Why would you run with the ball in your hand like that? I don't understand. I don't know any halfback that would ever run with the ball in their hand like that. Reed's like, come on, you idiot. I like LaShawn McCoy, though. I'm glad that the Chiefs got him. You know, he put in so much blood, sweat, and tears for the Bills, and the Bills just cut his ass. And the Bills could really use the LaShawn McCoy at this point. So I'm so glad that Shady got taken by Kansas City, man. You know, he put in a lot for the Bills just to not get anywhere with them for years. Thanks to dumbass Chip Kelly. Someone needs to get JJ up in this mug, right? Exactly. I mean, it looks like Kansas City's going to come away with a win on this one. But, you know, again, there's still 9 minutes left in the game. Anything could happen. I mean, it's... But,
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
You know, it's still like a 3-possession game-ish. But three possessions, they could take the lead if they got 2-point conversions on every attempt. And they don't even need to get 2-point conversions on every attempt to get back into it.
Set to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
But they would need at least a touchdown, extra point, then 2 more touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. So I mean, it is still a 3-possession game. It's just that they don't need to go for 2 on every touchdown possession. You didn't mean spam him? No, that's how you wake him up. Everyone should just spam the hell out of JJ in Discord. Oh, see, a big play right there. That would have immediately got them like back into it. That would have cut it almost in half, about in half. So that McCaffrey one was 99 yards. Are you serious? Nice, dude. Oops. That's not what I meant to open. Dude, that's great. That's great for me, man. I didn't realize that.
So one play and they're already
yeah, he's got 9.3 fantasy points. That helps me out. Oh, shit. That helps me, but then it hurts me. Because someone I'm playing actually have. Look at Watson running. Someone I'm playing actually has McCaffrey. I need Evans to do great today. He was a huge disappointment last week. He's got 1.5 points this week, and they're already in the second quarter. Early second quarter-ish. It's just like, dude. Oh, a screenplay. Snuffed out. There's a flag. It's probably offensive holding. Oh, the drive was 99 yards? Oh. The hell?
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Damn, so 2nd and 14 due to the holding penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Watson throws, caught to Hopkins. Oh, he got the first.
And he'll be brought
Wow, the defender actually helped them. He swung him over for the first down. Like, that's just absurd. Like, why would you be so dumb? Is Odell unhappy in Cleveland? I don't know. I don't think so. No. Would you do marijuana if the Browns won the Super Bowl? No.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Looking, throws. Oh my God, that almost got picked. Jeez. Picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 2nd and 10,
Oh, caught. Ooh, short of the first, but still. I mean, they can't really afford to, not this year, sorry, maybe in 3 years. No, I don't know. It depends. I mean, again, like, this year is like in my opinion, like, you know, I know they say like they want to go to the playoffs and that kind of stuff, and I get that. You should be able to get there, but this year to me is more about like you need to figure out your identity as a team with your new coaching staff and all that kind of stuff, and you know, it's kind of like a learning year for Freddie Kitchens and the team together as one for the first time. You know, I think it's really going to show that because they didn't have that much work like in actual preseason games, that like they're still kind of trying to figure out like how to operate the offense. You know, it's kind of, you know, so I think once you get this year under your belt, then, you know, at least next year you should be far better prepared. Everyone kind of knows each other. Everyone knows each other certainly a lot better than they did, and you can figure out like what you want to do play calling wise a lot better. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that change in year 2, or at least you get better in year 2. Aw. I laid down this blanket that it's kind of like a blanket that I had in my bedroom or my office, because Peyton loves to lay on blankets. Like, she just lays on the floor. Well, I laid this blanket down. I said, here, lay on this blanket, and she now she's laying on it. She's sleeping on it. I hear her snoring. What an adorable little dog.
A lot of sync, quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw.
She loves when you put like a blanket over her face and stuff like that. Like, not like to harm her, but she likes playing under blankets and stuff like that. She's so weird for a dog. Wow. All right. I mean, Kansas City is fine with giving up all these little underneath plays because each one is taking up a bunch of time. So, I mean, they've already drained 3 minutes off the clock because they're not doing hurry up. And again, like, this is where Madden Sims kill me. You know, EA, again, like, you got to understand that, like, this isn't situational football right here. You know, really it should be. They should be trying to, IRL, this team would be playing hurry-up offense, trying to conserve as much time as possible to score as many points as possible in as short a period of time as possible, and it's like this is not reflective of that. Oh! Down to the 1! So, I mean, yeah, Kansas City will give this crap up all day. Oops, sorry, Chester. I didn't mean to kick you in the head. Sorry, baby. I need to turn on, you know, I don't have the heat on in the house, so, like, Chester's like laying under my desk because my computer generates a lot of heat, and so like in this area underneath my desk is like very warm, or at least warmer. Whoa, what the hell was that? So he's laying under there to get hot instead of by the heat. Normally they lay by the heater. But it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be 65 today. It was a high of 52 yesterday. It's supposed to be a high of 65 today. So 13 degrees warmer today than compared to yesterday. Then it's supposed to go back down to 53 tomorrow, Then 66 on Tuesday. It's just like, Watson trying to run. Oh, stuffed short. He actually lost a yard. Down goes Watson. Down goes Watson. I think that counts as a sack. Yep. Maybe. I thought he got sacked earlier in the game, though, so. Yeah, yay, 65.
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the depth, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
So yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, you know, it's too bad I can't stream to two platforms at once. That would be cool. Like I looked into that before. It's just you can't do it. A pitch. Oh, touchdown, Houston. Hyde. I love Carlos Hyde. I'm so disappointed that Cleveland ever cut Carlos Hyde. I still feel like Carlos Hyde would fit well in Cleveland because like he's a bruiser back, and nothing like you can say a lot about bruiser backs. Or bruiser backs, you know, they're not like, I don't feel like you have true bruiser backs in the NFL anymore. You know, maybe that's why they decided to get rid of him. I don't know, but I feel like Carlos Hyde is like extremely underrated as a player. His value's underrated. I feel like he did so many good things for Cleveland. And oh, 2-point conversion attempt failed. So not great, actually. That actually hurts Houston a lot. Now they're still down by 3 possession, or yeah, it's still 3 possession game now. Because if they scored 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions, they would have 30 points. That's why they needed to. If they would just kick the field goal there or extra point, then they would still be on track. Now you force yourself. Now you have to kick. Now you have to score 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions, and you have to at least hit a field goal in 5 minutes. So that's not going to happen unless their defense cranks up some pressure and Kansas City makes some huge mistakes in the last 5 minutes. This game is definitely going to. Oh, they're going for an onside kick right now. Damn. Let's see. And Kansas City gets it. So they gave Kansas City the possession at their own 42. So that's not going to help. Look at Watkins has got 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. If this is the playoffs, the Chiefs would choke. I don't know about that, dude. I don't believe that, like, you know, I understand that, like, some teams you kind of develop a pattern, but I don't believe that just because you did something last year or maybe for the last 5 years means that has to hold true going forward. You know, maybe that's a little bit superstitious, but I don't believe in that. I believe that things can change and things can get better. All right, so they're just going to drain. Now they're definitely got to be on drain clock. Touchdown McCaffrey, are you serious? A new touchdown or the old touchdown? It is a new touchdown. Wow. No. Again, it's McCoy. Well, maybe it hasn't been confirmed yet because he's still got 19 points for me, but it shows 1 rush touchdown. Does he have like a passing touchdown or something? That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy. And it still shows him in the red zone. Swing pass. Oh. Mahomes throws deep, caught. Oh, and he brings it in for a huge first down to Kelsey. Kelsey's talking trash. The East Cleveland native. Okay, so yeah, it must have been it was a receiving touchdown. That definitely helps. Freaking Tampa Bay, dude. What happened to Tampa Bay? You know, they were looking good in those first 4 weeks. They looked like somewhat impressive, like they had a chance to. 25-yard touchdown. So that was a point for the reception, and then another 6 for the touchdown, and then his receiving yardage. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I have McCaffrey in one league, but then someone else that I'm playing against today has him in another league. So like it helps me, but then it hurts me.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All right, Mahomes throws, caught. Ooh, I think he may have lost a yard or something like that. I don't know.
But not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guy's playing.
Kelsey's always talking trash. I mean, if you lived in East Cleveland and you made it to the NFL, you'd probably be talking trash too. All right, so run with McCoy. Oh, we made just short of the first. 4th and inches. Ooh, this is kind of one of those where it's like, do you keep rubbing salt in the wound, or do you just kick the field goal and get the points? They might just drain it to the 2-minute warning because there's time to do that.
Power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And they're kicking the field goal. Let the clock run out. 2, 1. All right, 2-minute warning.
2 minutes left to play.
Rather talk trash in warm weather. Why is that? Why does the weather matter?
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
All right, the kick is up and it is good. So, yeah, the game's pretty much over now. So,
And that will push this lead up to 20.
I mean, again, it was already a 3-possession game. It's still a 3-possession game.
Even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never
It's over.
points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now
There's less than 2 minutes left, and they're down by 20 with 2 timeouts. So it's looking kind of brutal here for any given Sunday, right?
Fielded about a yard deep.
Oh man, stuffed.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop.
Man, I need to eat some oatmeal. I need some breakfast. I didn't even need any breakfast. I just made some cafe mocha. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys, I ended up getting a pizza yesterday for lunch. At lunch, so I ate pizza for lunch and dinner yesterday, and oh, my stomach was like so upset today. Like I literally ate the whole pizza by myself. It was I got one from Giorgio's, so it had a lot more crust to it than usual. Like not like the Domino's one I get. I don't, dude. I wish I had eggs. Why you and these pizza? What? No, I just, it was something quick, and I was over by the pizza place. Cause that was, so I went to get my, so I went to go get my oil change yesterday, and I knew one of my tires had low air in it. Cause it wasn't that noticeable, but the light was on, the tire pressure light was on, and so I knew it was low, but it wasn't noticeably low, where I knew which one I should try to fill up. So when I took it, they looked at it at Midas, and the guy they came out to me. They're like, "Oh yeah, you have a nail in your tire, by the way. So we're gonna go ahead and patch that." And I was like, "Oh wow." So that's what that. I was like, "So that's what that was." I had no idea. So fortunately, because I have like tire hazard protection through them from the tires I got from them, like that didn't cost me anything. But then I got brand new windshield wipers. I've had the same windshield wipers for like years now, and they were like so bad. I mean, they weren't terrible, but they were bad. They were starting to rust on the outside. So that's how long I've had them. I had them for way too long. The wipers were starting to rust. And not the actual like plastic part, obviously, but the the metal part was starting to rust. Oh, short of the first by a yard. This game's over anyways, so 32 seconds left in the game. Down by 20 points. It's pretty much over. But my wiper blades I'm like, give me the best wiper blades you got. I want the ones that are not going to freeze in the winter, because that's the one problem I've had with my wipers all the time is Ohio, we have like that freezing rain and shit like that. Or like you have the snow that melts. And then like it freezes up again. So it's just it's such a pain in the ass. So my wipers are always frozen, and then they end up getting ruined and cause all sorts of problems. So I said I want like the best pair that you got. $19 per wiper. So my windshield wipers cost me more. My windshield wipers cost me more than my oil change at Midas. So I ended up paying $70, and $40 of that was for windshield wipers. I'm like, Jesus crikey, dude. 4th down and 2, caught. 1st down. Are they going to hurry it up? No. All right, this game's over, so I'm going to go ahead and pay out. No one bet on the Chiefs, though, which is a little odd. Wait, what the heck? Oh, that's right, I think, because I got some there.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Back to throw.
And you know me, guys. I don't usually pay out bets early. Oh, down goes Watson. Down goes Watson. That's the game. They don't even have enough time to hurry up. They don't even have enough time to hurry up right now because of the automatic 10-second runoff. So they're done, dude. It's game. 89 copper chickens. The heck? What are copper chickens, man? Are you mocking my gold dragons, sir? Are you mocking my gold dragons? I cannot believe you. I cannot believe you. All right, so that ended about the time I figured it would-ish. Oh, I think I was hoping for more like. No, that makes sense. It was about an hour and a half. So. Wow. So he only ended up with like 80 more passing yards in the second half for Mahommes. Like that's all. He had 390 in the first half and then like 80 in the second. So let's quickly take a look at the stats. So we had oh right, yeah. So we had Mahommes. He had a 150.9 passer rating. Not exactly perfect, but pretty close to it. 26 of 31, 482 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Watson, 101.2 passer rating, not bad. 24 of 33, 225 yards, and a touchdown, no interceptions. Mahommes with 83% completion percentage, and Watson with a 72% completion percentage. And you have the fake punt. That's why Anger's on there. Not even worth discussing. So Duke Johnson, 17 for 121 yards. No touchdowns, though. I miss you, Duke. Kansas City with McCoy, 9 for 36 and a touchdown. And then Watson, the 3rd leading rusher in the game. So now we're talking about that. Receiving yards, Watkins with 209 receptions, 220 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Kelsey with 8 for 126, no touchdowns. Hill, 5 for 98. So 3 Kansas City receivers as the top receivers of the game. Then you have Hopkins with 5 for 76, and then 4 with 6 for 69. Ooh, 6 for 69 and a touchdown. Winston threw a pick on the first play of the game. Wow. So defensively, we had 2 sacks for Kansas City, 2 sacks for Houston. No interceptions. We did have some fumbles because remember Watson fumbled. So Cunningham and Fuller both had a fumble, and then we each had a fumble recovery. So this is when Kendall Fuller stripped Watson on the run, and Roby picked up the fumble that Cunningham caused. I believe that was That was against a halfback, I want to say. I can't remember who fumbled for Kansas City. But either way, so those are the stats of this game, guys. Yeah, there's another sim, guys. So we're going to be doing the Eagles and the Vikings next. So that's it for that sim. So we're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to set up this game and get bets going for this one. I should make some cafe mocha. Another cafe mocha. All right. All right, so Eagles rated 88 overall. Dude, I don't have cereal in my house. Mahomes was strip sacked? Okay. I don't carry cereal in my house, man. I've got oatmeal. And I've got oatmeal. That's pretty much it, dude. Oatmeal and oatmeal, dude. I don't eat like I guess I realize there's some carbs in oatmeal, but not that much. But I don't eat like heavy stuff like that. I don't eat anything with like a lot of carbs or sugar or anything like that. The only thing I eat with the most sugar is like peanut butter. And even then that has like very little sugar in it. Plus that's got protein. It's basically got the stuff that your body needs. But I've been eating a lot of so this week I ate a lot of high calorie foods because I was sick. And so normally I wasn't eating that much calories because I was trying to keep my calorie count low in addition to my exercise. I couldn't even exercise this week because again, like I didn't want to risk going back to being sick or staying sick for a longer period of time. So I didn't do any exercise this week, so no running for me at all this week. And I ate more calories than usual because I wanted to make sure my body had enough energy to fight off whatever I was fighting. So I feel like, again, if you're sick, that's probably the best strategy you can go with, especially if you're not throwing up all your food. But, eating calories so that your body can have enough energy to fight off your illness. So between that and like Theraflu and hot tea and stuff like that, I think I handled it right. I handled it the appropriate way. I took my time off of work that I needed, my 2 days, and that was enough to get me back to a point where I was at least functional on Wednesday and not like feeling like complete crap. So Winston fumbled again. Oh my God. Oh, they still got the ball. Okay. All right. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do bets, guys. I'll set up 2-minute bets for this one. We'll do 2-minute bets. So everyone who's here is here. All right. So here we go. It's going to be 0 for Philadelphia, 1 for Minnesota, 0 for Eagles, 1 for Vikings, guys. And what's up, Amon? Hey, and I hope you saw my comment in Discord yesterday, dude. I'm sorry I didn't include you in the Royal Rumble when I did the Sims the other day. I don't know what happened. Even though you were first, and I think I used to do this in the past. Sometimes I forgot you were there. Maybe it's because you weren't chatting. But I think I just forgot that you were there. And maybe you weren't even there anyways. But I kind of forgot you were there. And so that probably is what happened. But, it wasn't intentional, dude. It wasn't intentional, man. I promise. Another fumble? Now it's Carolina's ball? Oh, my God. Wait, did Winston fumble again? Dude, that's killing me, man, because I need freaking... Oh, Evans has got 10 points now. Shit. All right, that's good. Yeah, I'm getting hurt because Devontae Adams is out. Gurley is out. I drafted Hunter Henry at the beginning of the season. He's at least questionable now. I know he's not playing this week, but yeah, I'm just getting beat up by... I'm getting beat up by injuries right now. Injuries certainly aren't helping me. Kamara's questionable. I'm hoping that he plays. Hold up, you did 2K19 Sims. Yeah, dude, the other day. I think I just published everything that I hadn't published. All right, so betting's almost up. Let me set up this game real quick. Oh yeah, this is in Minnesota, so it's in a dome. Duh. so that doesn't matter. But what time it is does. So this is a 1 o'clock game, though, I think, anyways. Yes, it is. 1 o'clock, boom, there we go. There we go. Yeah, Donovan, I think it may have been when you were traveling or driving around or something, whatever. I think you were away. So yes, I did 2K Sims. It wasn't YC Dub. It was simulations with our created players. I did a 8-man ladder match. I did a Royal Rumble, and then I had like me and Preston beating down Cam. 2-on-1 tornado tag handicap match. Where we just like annihilated Cam. That was the last match I did. That was more just for fun. Yeah, it was on Friday. It was before SmackDown, so I started it at like 6:30 or something like that, maybe, or just before 7, and finished like at 7:30 or 7:45. So it was about an hour.
The scene a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked.
So this sim will probably end at like 12:30 or just before. So I was trying not to go. That's why I started a little earlier, because I didn't want to go too late past 12.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway.
All right, here we go.
This is
Damn. Good special teams tackle right there. Nice individual effort.
The 20-yard line. Out onto the field comes the Vikings offense and quarterback Kirk Cousins, who threw for over 300 yards for the first time this year in the Week 5 win over the Giants, 28-10. Cousins finished with 306 and 2 touchdowns. And actually, it's kind of interesting. Only 5 touchdown passes on the season, only 3 in the month of September before throwing 2 last week. Because that Vikings offense, they've been relying.
Waffles or pancakes? For me, definitely pancakes, dude. I do. I love. If I get pancakes with like blueberry in them. I'm not a huge waffle guy. I don't know. I just never have been. I mean, I don't mind waffles, but I'm just not like. If I go to Bob Evans or something like that to go out to eat, like, I'm not like, ooh, let me get some waffles. I'm like, and even then, I'm not like, ooh, let me get some pancakes either. So this is what I started doing. I don't know if I think I've told you guys in the past about my terrible experiences at Bob Evans when it comes to ordering eggs. And I know I've told Preston this before too, for sure. But if you've ever, oops, sorry, Chester. If you've ever ordered eggs at Bob Evans, like over easy or over medium or something like that, Bob Evans has a huge problem cooking fried eggs for whatever reason. At least mine does. The one that I go to does. And it seems like almost anyone I've been to does, though. They seem like they have problems knowing how to cook eggs appropriately. Because the egg white in the egg ends up being like runny and shit, instead of like actually cooked thoroughly. And I'm not even sure how they managed to do that. But like literally almost every single time I go to Bob Evans and I order eggs like over easy or even over medium, the egg white is never cooked. So then I used to love ordering the sirloin steak and eggs. So I get the sirloin steak and eggs with home fries, which are basically just cubed potatoes, not like actual French fries. So for anyone who's ordered breakfast there, it's basically diced tomatoes or diced potatoes, more or less, fried. And then I get a dry English muffin so I can put grape jelly on it. And that's my breakfast with coffee. And so then the one day I'm like, you know what? I was there with my mom on our Friday morning, because we go there for Fridays for breakfast every week just about. Cousins throws. Oh, what a huge play. Caught. So Cousins right now 2 for 2 for 43 yards in the first quarter on their first possession. So will this be the Kirk Cousins that shows up this week, though? That's a question. So the one day I said to my mom, I'm like, you know what? They always screw up fried eggs, but it's very hard to screw up scrambled eggs, because scrambled eggs, they have to basically be cooked. Like, you don't have runny, there's no such thing as runny scrambled eggs. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try scrambled eggs with them one time, and I'm going to see how it comes out, and then that'll dictate whether or not I ever order that again. And sure enough, the scrambled eggs were cooked perfectly fine, and the meal I had that day was, like, awesome. And I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I'll probably order this then going forward, because I was ordering the brioche French toast, and don't get me wrong, it's very good, but it also has a lot of carbs in that. There's a lot more calories than the sirloin steak and eggs, for sure. But yeah, I mean, they can't screw up scrambled eggs. Oh, Evans has dropped a likely touchdown. No, Evans, you bum. Bro, come on, don't do this to me, son. So take it, Carolina did nothing with their possession. So, whoa, dude, this dude, he had Evans too. He put Evans on the bench. I'm not sure about all that. I'm not sure about all that. I don't know if I put Mike Evans on the bench. Wow, man. So Minnesota just dropped it. It was going to be like 70. Oh my God, it's quarter 2. It's, yeah, they're almost out of time. Jeez, come on, man. You gotta, Evans, you gotta make those catches, dog. That's what you get paid the big bucks for, son.
Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And Godwin's not doing. He didn't do much of anything, which is fine, because my brother actually has him in another league. Greg Olsen ain't doing jack squat. Like a bum. Caught! Oh, Pooch, another big first down. Jeez.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football...
Wow, okay.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Let's see. Oh, Cook stuffed. Loses a yard. So I get home till 2:30 Saturday morning because their final flight was supposed to leave at 11:30. Man, dude, why? I mean, so I take it your parents just chose late flights because maybe they're cheaper or something? Because otherwise I have to ask, like, why the hell are you flying so damn late at night? That's ridiculous. Either that or, like, your dad or someone really hates traffic or something, because, like, I mean, you can leave an airport or come into an airport during the day and it's busy, but I mean, it's not like that busy. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on your airport too, though. Damn, plus you had to drive back home 2 hours, but still, like, then why would you want to get there at like 2 in the morning? Then get home, go to bed at 4? Or did you not go to bed after you got home or something? Because, like, that would suck, like getting home at like 4 a.m. or something and be like, being like, well, do I just stay up the whole day and just be tired the whole day, or do I go to bed and waste my whole day? I mean, you really can't sleep at that point, or maybe you take a nap for a few hours or something like that. Cousins throws, oh my gosh, almost picked off, could have been picked off, but wow, 4th down and goal now. Man, my feet are cold. But I do not want to turn. I'm not turning on the heat in this house until the weather stays consistently low, which looks like that. Well, shit, dude. I don't know. This weather is insane. It's all over the damn map. So I looked at the 10-day. So we've got today 65, tomorrow 53, Tuesday 66. All right, the kick is up and it is good. So Minnesota, after that long drive, only gets 3 out of it, though. So they falter in the red zone.
Getting 3 there kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a
Wait, what? How is that possible?
I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive and 3 points.
That's a little weird. Put multiple pairs of socks on. What the heck? Who does that? I actually have thicker socks I could wear around the house, but I actually have to wash them. I found them. I got them for like a Christmas present last year. They're like Ninja Turtle socks, and they're very long, like almost like soccer socks. But I have to like go and I need to wash them. They were sitting in like the Christmas bag from last year. I found them like the other day. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember these. So like I was saying, so 65 today, 53 tomorrow, 66 Tuesday, then 53 Wednesday, 51 Thursday, 57 Friday. Then it goes 66 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday, 71 on Monday, 67 on Tuesday, then 59, 59, 57, 57, 56. So, I mean, it's kind of like, so it's going to be back in the 70s again. So then why the hell would I put the heat back on? So weird. This weather is always so freaking messed up. Oh, man. Oh, they give the ball to Howard. Yeah, Howard was a good addition for the Eagles, man. I don't know what happened with him in Chicago. Like, he kind of broke down or something. I don't really know, but that was a good pickup for Philadelphia. He's their new LaShawn McCoy-ish kind of guy. Except for he's more like a power back or bruiser back than a LaShawn McCoy, like elusive, shifty kind of dude. But yeah, that's why I keep drinking warm liquids and stuff. So that way, that'll keep me. That's the one way to keep warm. The only place I have a heater on is in the bedroom. In the bedroom right now, I have like we have one of those space heaters. So I have that in there, and it just keeps the bedroom at 65 because the bedroom is probably like, it would be about as cold in there as it is in here right now if I didn't have the heater on in there. So I keep it at 65. That way it doesn't drop below that. Because you can't really sleep when it's too cold. Especially because like last night it got down to like 47 or something like that. So it was definitely in the upper 40s last night here. Caught and first down, Eagles. Look at you. You like your blanket? I definitely can tell you do. She's laying exactly right on her blanket right now. She loves this blanket, which is good. She should. That's why I got it for her.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here's big. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun.
Wentz throws, caught, got a few yards maybe. Oh wow, none. Back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, got 2 yards. Wow. Come on, Evans. I need you to crank out that fantasy gold for me today. Wentz throws, caught, first down, and oh no, not first down, sorry.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And, oh, that may be inches. He could have got the first, though. Oh, they gave him the first. All right. It looked like it was going to be pretty close.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So I posted a picture in Discord of Peyton in her blanket. It's not a new blanket, but I had that gifted to me, like, I think that may have been last year or 2 years ago for Christmas. It's kind of like a sporty one. It's like little soccer balls, if you will. on it. It's got a soccer ball pattern, and I had that on my office chair. I was using that before on my office chair, but I know she likes blankets, so she can have that now. All right, man. Philly's using a lot of running in this game.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along and control the clock.
The dog lovers. Yeah, she's a cute dog, man. She's a cute dog. She's got a very interesting personality. Oh! Down goes Wentz. Down goes Wentz. We may be hearing that maybe too often in this game. I don't know. Again, this is the reason why this game's interesting to me or intrigues me is because of, Philly's got a pretty decent offense, but the question is the defense for Minnesota, and also Minnesota's offense. Will Kirk Cousins? What kind of game will Kirk Cousins have today? Once kind of looked like he might have been able to evade that sack, but nonetheless does not, and is sacked. So Philly is forced to punt on their first drive of the game, which took about 4 minutes. And oh my God, come on, Madden, come on, EA, like the ball just rolls through, man.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
You know what? I know what I can check.
Last time, but
this
they
one.
3 points because they were well within range of scoring a
Oh,
touchdown.
wow,
We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Oh, Cook, dang. How old is Peyton? Jeez. Man, I want to say like 7.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
I want to say like 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he went backwards.
All right, Philly's defense comes through, gets them a good stop right there.
Loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept
It was a funny last 2 minutes in London, was it?
Despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm so confused. How did this person even get a coin drop? I'm not really certain of that, but whatever. Winston or Lawston? Ooh, no, it's Linston. Amon, come on. Linston. You know the way this works. All right, so it's the end of the first quarter. Minnesota up by 3. And Raider, I don't believe that. I mean, I just, again, like it's again, I don't know how much people can expect when you have a first-year head coach. Now, I'm not saying you should have no expectations, but I'm not saying that your expectations should be like Super Bowl or bust. Despite the talent you may have. I think it's, like I said, this is a season of gelling together and figuring out who you are as a team. JJ, you bum ass, you missed the Texans, dude. I simmed the Texans and the Chiefs for you, but you didn't want to be here. You didn't want to be here, man. The Texans got beat up by Kansas City, dude. It was like it was 34-14 was the final in favor of Kansas City. Mahomes had over 400 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Oh, he's going deep! Oh, he had the catch. Oh, man, Thielen had it, then got blasted in the gut and dropped it. Oh, my God, that hit was brutal. Damn, that was a diving hit. Did you see that? Watch, we'll see it again here. Watch the Eagle guy player to dive in. Boom! Oh my God, he blew his ass up. Look right here. Here it is. Boom! Oh, that was a nice hit actually. It was low in the gut, so that would have been a flag. Realistically, Browns make playoffs. I mean, they can, dude. There's no reason why they can't. Just again, they have to make some. You were sleepy. Well, how late were you up, JJ? Like I said, they have to. They need to get through the first 8 games at least 4-4. If they can do better than 4-4, then you know that's fine too. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not like setting the expectations to be that low, but realistically, they should be able to get. They need to get through 4-4 at least, which means that they have to win 2 more games, and you can afford to lose 1. So you have to win 2 out of your next 3. Oh, pass interference on Minnesota there. Get by Seahawks right now. Yeah, I mean you have to beat Seattle, and I can't remember who they have next week, but then you have New England week 8. So I mean that's not necessarily, I wouldn't say that's an automatic loss, because when you think about it, it depends on, again, it's going to depend on how the Browns offense comes out, because New England may have a good defense, but their offense is very lacking, especially Tom Brady. You know, if you can get Tom Brady, if you can get Myles Garrett getting on Tom Brady, you know, Cleveland's gonna have a good day. Because Brady's been stinking it up this season. You know, he's been average at best. Their defense is what's been helping them. Those screens never work. I don't know why they even have that in this game. Those screens, like, they almost always fail.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
All the leaves are brown. The sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. Wait, well, if you've been for a walk on winter's day, then you need to. Then I have to ask what leaves, because usually in winter there's no leaves. At least not in Ohio. Oh my gosh, just a little bit more touch, Carson Wentz, and you get that first down, but incomplete. So the Eagles are forced to punt again. So yeah, this could be a defensive struggle. I mean, I could see the game kind of going like this. Oh, down goes JJ. Down goes JJ. California weather. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, I used to have high praise for California, but then the more I learned about like things like air quality in particular, like I always dreamed about moving to California or living in California, but now I don't. I don't think I'd ever want to live in California, because if the air quality is that bad, like I saw those stories about the air quality being so bad in some areas where parents can't even let their kids go outside and play because you might end up like dying or something. It's like, yeah, that's kind of a problem. It's kind of a problem. Like I guess I wouldn't say I'm a completely outdoorsy type of person, but I do like to be outdoors and be able to go in my backyard and have, you know, fires and relax and have people over and parties and volleyball and gardening and all that kind of stuff. But if I can't even do any of that stuff, because without the fear of like inhaling shit quality air and ending my life a lot quicker, then no thank you.
A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run.
Yeah, well, and I wasn't even including the wildfires, but please don't say fires in California. Yeah, exactly. I got a fire in my backyard. Oh shit, call the fire department. No, I mean like it's like a bonfire, man. 40 cal. What about a 40 cal, JJ? What are you talking about? Or are you saying 4/10 of a calorie? I'm not really sure. not exactly sure what you're. Oh, Jesus! Sorry, Chester. Chester he's laying on my desk, and I'm not used to him being under there, so I keep going to extend my legs, and I'm kicking him. That's why I keep saying sorry, Chester. Sorry, Chester. You little bony mofo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because
you're such a good boy. Chester, I know you want me to turn on the heat. I know you do. I mean, it's cold. But
didn't happen on that play.
Oh my gosh, the run game for Minnesota is working really good. That's why I don't need to throw. Don't abuse Chester. I'm not.
This is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
This offense finding its legs now.
Oh, look, it's Gabe. Gabe's typing in Discord all of a sudden. So I posted a picture of Chester in Discord. Going deep. Oh, wide open. First down. Uh-oh. Diggs. I even forgot Diggs played for Minnesota. You know the preacher likes the cold. What? Why does the preacher like the cold? Is this like a Catholic church joke or something, Raiders? And so he's not so excited for the little kids or something? Like, I don't like what's the punchline of this? Raider.
So the big stage, just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Cousins back to pass, throws out of bounds, way out of bounds.
End zone, but it's incomplete. So the pass goes out of bounds, but he was not outside of the tackle box when he threw that. He's got to be careful.
You and I both know if it's
ask the mamas and the papas. What?
Give it to the quarterback. They don't want to throw that flag unnecessarily. So if you're just in the area, you're going to be okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack.
Stop flexing your pets.
Has got to be priority one.
Now play number 7.
What the hell?
Tough 3rd and 9.
Gabe.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Touchdown, Minnesota. Who? Who's this guy?
The Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that
so Gabe, I guess, was in chat the whole time somehow, but just didn't talk. He said he fell asleep watching YouTube at 7. Then I woke up to my dad's voice and was like, WTF. See, I was there in my sleep. But he said at 7. I thought Gabe was in Eastern time, so I'm kind of confused. I thought he lived in Florida, so I'm not really sure now. I think, has Gabe been lying to us all along? All right, extra point is good. So Minnesota up by 10 now. 2-possession game. So, yeah, I thought Gabe said he was from Florida. Exactly, I have #1 rushing defense. Eagles have the #1 rushing defense so far in the league. Ooh. It's getting torn up today, man, by Minnesota's rushing attack. They've had a lot of success against Philadelphia's defense in this game. Oh my gosh, dude, my feet are freezing right now. You know what? I do have slippers I can wear. I have Cartman slippers. Actually, the lady she died, like, well, she's the one who committed suicide years ago. What was it? Geez, I want to say it was like two years ago now, or maybe 3. the one who had the back surgery, who couldn't like live her couldn't stand living life in pain. She gifted me when we worked together. She gave me these Cartman slippers for like a Christmas present or something like that one time. It was like the nicest thing that anyone at work had ever done. Like, I mean, we just had yeah, that's what makes it so sad, dude. Like, we just had such a good relationship with one another. It was just, that is one of those things that was like, that was extremely devastating to me when I lost her as a friend, because like we would just go out, like she was that kind of friend where like we could go out to and it was a girl, but there was nothing there like that. She was older, of course, but oh wow, what the heck? Oh, he ended up losing yards anyways, lost one. But we would go out to dinner, for example, and then like we would like close down restaurants and shit, like, because all we do would talk. We would just talk. Like, we talked about like so much different stuff, like life stuff or work stuff and this, that, and the other. Like, we just always had something to talk about, and we were both just good. We both were just talkers, and we just talk about everything. And so it was just a good, nice friendship, you know. So, and I don't know how she ended up taking her own life, or, you know, I didn't really ask. I mean, that's not one of those things, like, because I didn't really know anyone, like, I knew she had a husband, and he did like tax stuff, and so he was gone, like, or was busy like a lot of the time, so she didn't really, that's why she had time to like go to dinners and stuff like that. But she was like I think she was like bedridden after her back surgery, and you know, presumably my guess is she probably OD'd on something, especially because you have, like, she had back stuff, so that would be my guess. She probably intentionally overdosed on some drugs that she was taking. But, you know, I don't know, like I said, it was, you know, at the time it was extremely sad, and I hate thinking about it, because it's like, oh, Wentz, oh, down goes Wentz. He was winding up for a deep play too. You know, it's just very, you know, I was waiting for her to get through all that and then be able to like get back and talk to her again and stuff like that. And it's just, I feel so bad that I just, you know, I'm not one of those people that like constantly messages people if I don't talk to them. But I messaged her one day and was like, hey, you know, what's going on? You know, do you want to go out and go out to dinner sometime or whatever and catch up? And so she was like, she texted me back and was like, she's like, I just had like back surgery or whatever. Oh wow, 3rd and 21, and they get the first. She's like, no, I just had back surgery and I'm trying to work on getting better, and so I'll text you back. I'll let you know like when things are better, and then we can go out and do something or whatever. So it was like literally I texted her right after all that had started, like after she had her surgery, and so I didn't even know, like, because we hadn't talked for a little while prior to that, so I didn't even know she was having back surgery. And you know, the way I found out was like, so I was friends with like a friend that she was probably, I would say she's a lot closer friends with another girl from that used to work with us, and she started posting these pictures on Facebook the one day with the girl in them, and I was like what the hell's going on? And she was like, you know, I miss you so much and this, that, and the other. And I'm like thinking, well, was that just like her saying she missed her, or what's going on? So I messaged the other girl directly, and I was like, why are you posting all these pictures with her in there? And she's like, oh, she died, and we think she committed suicide or something like that. And I'm like, what? And I was just like, and at that point, her friend ended up sharing with me like the whole thing about the celebration of life they had for her. Yeah, it was really sad. It was the first time, like, honestly, like, it's really weird. I'm really weird like this. I've seen a lot of deaths. Oh, what a catch! Oh, Jeffrey! Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Eagles! Wow, caught between two guys. Wow, look at that, the spin move. Hacks, says JJ. Look at that, dude. Wow. But yeah, so I'm really weird because, like, I've been to a lot of funerals, like wakes, closed casket stuff with like family people I've known, probably known longer. And I don't really cry at those things. Like, I don't think there's ever been one I've actually like cried at or have been like so upset about. But when I went to hers, they didn't do like a wake or anything like that. They didn't even have a casket there or anything like that. It was like, again, if you've ever been to like a celebration of life, like they don't have the actual like body there or anything. So the extra point is good. Philly now just down by a field goal. So they finally get on the board at the end of the first half. But I got there and I was like, I said something to her husband. I'm like, hey, you know, I don't know if she's ever mentioned me before, but, you know, I'm like, I thought we were pretty good friends. And, you know, I'm like, you know, she was like one of the kindest souls I've ever known. She was just a really good person through and through. And, you know, I'm like, it's just so sad that she was taken away from us. And like I was like, and then I was like crying during that. Like I could barely finish my sentence when I was talking to him about that. I mean, that was really rough. And then, you know, we sat there through like the thing they did, and that's when they confirmed like it was a suicide, because the question was like, well, whenever someone takes their own life, you know, like you might start questioning yourself about like, why wasn't I there? What could I have done differently? And they're like, you don't put that on yourself. It's not your fault, you know. But that's like, I didn't really think about it that way until like I thought about it more like afterwards, because, you know, I'm like, well, shit, if I would have texted her again and like, hey, how's it going? You know, but I've never been like that kind of person. Like, I just wait for people to kind of just tell me like, hey, you know, this is how I'm feeling or whatever. It's just, oh, Donovan, man, Donovan's taking out JJ today. So I still feel like, you know, oh, wow, huge play from Minnesota there. You know, I still feel some amount of guilt for that, even though like I know like, you know, would it have changed anything? I don't know, but you never know. You know, the one text that person would have got from you could have been enough to make them like rethink what they were planning on doing, possibly. You know, I don't know. So like, you know, I still think about that occasionally. Like, you know, if I would have texted her again and just asked how she was doing, you know, it's just that's one of my biggest like downsides in life, I guess. Oh, there you go. So John Dorsey calls reports of Beckham trade talks, quote-unquote, fake news. Anyways, like I said, I still think all that got started. Oh! No, out of bounds. I think all that got started was because that Colin Cowherd fuckface was saying that the Browns should trade OBJ. For like an offensive lineman or whatever. And then that's like literally was after all that talk got spun up. Because you don't trade for someone like that. You don't trade for someone like that in the offseason and then the same year trade that person away. And again, you're like way too early on. Like you're in the toughest, again, like we've talked about this. The Browns are in the toughest part of their schedule with a first-year head coach and a team that, like, you know, OBJ wasn't even playing during the preseason. So we got to keep that in mind too. So we had like no like game-esque reps in preseason where they had a chance to get in sync and do all that kind of stuff. So he was out like if not all of training camp too. So it's kind of like, yeah, he's going to be having some issues because they're trying to develop that rapport over the course of the season, you know. So that's just, you know, it says a lot about you know, the importance. Oh, Cousins fumbles. Oh, but Minnesota gets the ball back. Wow. That was close, man. That was close. So Minnesota might still get a field goal out of this at least.
Like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because
wow. Marcus, that's funny.
everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
You know, I should just create a video where I read that story.
Moved away from him.
But again, like you had to have been here during that time to like even understand what any of that even means. I would think, right? Like I feel like.
Sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Okay, I think you're not supposed to do that technically. But.
Here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense.
Well, yeah, you were here. I'm just saying, like, you know,
16 seconds to go and
you had to, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, other people wouldn't understand what that meant, right?
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
And remember, you know, the Giants probably weren't saying that about OBJ because they had no legitimate offers for him. But when someone comes at you with like, okay, I'm going to give you a 1st-round pick and, you know, an offensive lineman or whatever, so I mean, and other considerations, you know, that's, or a Jabril Peppers, sorry. You know, then you're like, well, I mean.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get.
But remember, I think people were confused because I'm pretty sure I think Zeitler was not part of the OBJ trade. Zeitler was part of the trade for Vernon. And then I believe Peppers and a pick went to New York for OBJ. It wasn't Zeitler, Peppers, and a pick. I believe. I'm almost certain of that. I believe Zeitler was after the fact, and he was part of the Vernon trade. All right, so Minnesota kicks another field goal and now lead by 6. So still a 1-possession lead for Minnesota.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The free agents from Friday got signed. Oh, God.
The Eagles offense.
You got this animation thing app.
Time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
All right, so the Eagles just take a knee, go to the half.
Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone.
So Minnesota leads in every stat.
The EA Sports halftime report.
Except obviously they're tied in turnovers, so they both have 0. So, oh, too late. Marcus didn't accept.
In the second half, and to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Nice try, JJ. You're trying to press your luck. I think you're just set up to take L's today, man. I don't think you want to duel with me. Holly Sample was a goat. Hey, look, it's Ham. Where's Green Eggs? Wait, why is everyone else stagnant? Look, why are they all standing down there like that in the middle of the field?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action.
Oh my God. You know what else I use sometimes to get warm is I have a heating pad, and so I'll take like the heating pad and turn it on, and I'll put it down on the floor and put my feet on that. You know, one that you're supposed to use like if you have pain in your back or something like that. Like I just put it on my put my feet on it and get my feet all nice and toasty. But that usually ends up backfiring, because then once your feet start cooling down, then it makes things worse.
Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things, because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half.
Amon, what kind of strange language are you posting in my chat? Should I be worried? All right, play action fake, open hand. Oh, caught. First down. What in the world?
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Nice play call.
Baker wants a head massage. Oh, baby. Oof. That would get me in the zone. That would get me in the zone. Dude, how are you going to challenge me when JJ tried to challenge me earlier? I was waiting for his to time out so he could challenge me. Because JJ's been on a losing streak, and that's... Let's throw it deep! Oh, he had it, but then dropped it. Got popped out. Come on, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, what are you doing, bro? You're supposed to... You need to make that catch. Baker wants head and a massage. Oh, man. Oh, man. Come on, you got it figured out, man. You got it figured out up in here. That's like football game treatment type thing. Can you imagine that, guys? Like that's what you have to look forward to in life at one point, maybe. That's when you know, like that right there is when you know you found the one. Football, head massage, and head. All at the same time. Oh, baby.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Oh, see, JJ, now you recovered. See, I should have just waited.
Now Wentz again. This is caught by Jackson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
Nice catch right there.
That account still exists.
When in doubt, find your veterans.
Used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans.
I can't believe that.
30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that.
It's too bad YouTube doesn't have a messaging system anymore where you can't like message people directly.
Couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz.
Wentz throws caught, another first down. So Philadelphia not having much problem.
23 yards, the final tally.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not.
Imagine if someone in the stream was behind all that. Well, someone from the stream was absolutely behind all of that. I still think it was that Eminem guy or whatever. Remember, someone showed up as Eminem, and then he was here like a couple times around the same time Holly was gone, and as soon as Holly was gone, then Eminem was gone. So, you know, coincidence? Yeah, I think so. Holly sample was drum roll, please. Or was it me? I think it's possibly Marcus. I don't even think... Honestly, I don't really remember Marcus being around at that time, to be honest. I'm sorry, Marcus. I just don't remember you as prominent back then. Oh, Wentz looking, throws, caught, and not a first down. Wow. Because he turned around, so they didn't give him. He didn't get forward progress till like the. He would have had inches. It was Derek. I was there. He did a playoff sim. Yeah, I mean, I figured as much. But what's weird is that. How is he having such great conversations with himself? Down goes Wentz. Down goes Wentz. Oh my gosh. It was before and after Nightbot. Also F Nightbot. Yeah, it was F Nightbot.
They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove.
As in forget Nightbot.
Now, finally the defense gets there.
I mean, Nightbot serves, it has a purpose. If you don't have a better bot, you know, if you couldn't find a better bot for some reason. Like on Twitch, it served a purpose because they didn't really have, at least I remember when I was trying to stream on Twitch a long time ago, they didn't really seem to have like actual good bots that were like free. You had to pay for them all. And the field goal is good, so wow. Philly had no problem driving down the field, but when they got in the red zone, they faltered there. So forced to kick a field goal and are now within 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Oh, good. Okay, Kamara is actually healthy. He's gonna play. All right, so Minnesota's gonna return and close to the 25.
Just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight.
Oh, what a bum, dude. Seriously?
Said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success.
And pick your phrase, pick your code words, your buzzwords, whatever, vertical stretch, deep passes, go routes, right? What's that route you love? What's that route you love? Four verts. All of it working because they're able to find ways to get deep and for him to show off that big arm.
We see some of that big arm right here.
Oh, snap. John trying to join in on the boss battle.
The Minnesota offense about ready.
And I had Kamara in 2 leagues, so he's back to healthy in 2 leagues now. Did you see what JJ put in Discord? Yeah, he put the thing with Holly in there. That's why I was asking, like, that I said that account still exists. I said, too bad you can't message people on YouTube anymore directly. The Phillies is John. Hold up. Yeah, that's John. Nightbot was a dick to you. How was that, Marcus? All right, Cousins back to pass. Oh, down goes Cousins. Down goes Cousins. Uh-oh, he's balling. Who's winning? Are you asking like who's actually winning or who do you think's gonna win? Because as of right now, Carolina's winning 27-7 against Tampa Bay. McCaffrey's got 22 points in fantasy, and Evans has 12.5 in fantasy. He kept timing you out. Well, probably deservingly so, Marcus. I mean, I would time you out. Cousins throws caught and no first down. So Minnesota's gonna have to punt here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Baker does the Dougie. Baker does the Dougie as he eats his McNuggets. Back when I was too cool to be timed out. You needed to be brought down to planet Earth, Marcus. So who was the other person then that was in here? Would you actually have like someone? Was that you that was posing as Derrick Henry as well? Did you have 2 accounts? Because I remember you had Derrick Henry and Marcus Mariota back then. Or you were like Mariota boy or something. And then you had Derrick Henry you claimed was like your cousin or something. That wasn't you? Oh, okay. Was that like you said? I swear you said it was like a cousin or a friend or something like that. It was a stranger, really? Oh, okay. Baker needs to bring the orange screen thing that showed the amount of subscribers. Oh, I mean, I took that out because I felt like that's kind of like meh. Like, I did that because, I don't know. You messed with him a lot? Oh. Oh, yeah, that orange thing. Oh, God.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point.
People want the orange thing.
Because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I think I can do it with OBS, though, still, because it's just a website, basically.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You don't want the Gold Dragons back, what? I'm just kind of like, I mean, because people before were all like, well, who's got the most? So I think I started out with just posting who had the most. I don't like a lot of the scrolly things on the screen. That's the only thing that kind of annoys me, is I think it distracts from the actual stream of having all those, because I remember I had like, that was scrolling, the donations was scrolling. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Down goes Wentz. Down goes Wentz on 3rd and long. Jeez, this has become a defensive battle now.
Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield.
So, if anything, if I were to bring anything back like that, the only thing that I would do is I would have, flexing on you bitches, wow. The only thing that I would do is I would have static values, and I don't think everyone would necessarily like that, because I still feel like with certain things there's people who aren't here anymore that may have higher numbers. Well, mainly like in donations, I think. So So static meaning like it's not, it doesn't, well, I want to say it's like not a it wouldn't be a scrollable thing. It wouldn't be a scrollable thing. It would be like, here's like the person with the highest gold dragons, and there's one person, and here's the person with the highest donation amount, and it's one person, and that changes only if someone else happens to take that position. So it would be dynamic in that regard, but it, you know, I wouldn't show like the top 10 of everything, or top, you know, top anything more than just the number 1, because that's just, then you have all these scrolling things on the screen, and that's just like, it's just way too much.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him.
So that way it would have like a fixed spot on the screen, and you know, I don't have to have like maybe too much of a big predefined area to show that. No, I'm not going to do top 3. No. Remember the turn down for what intro? Yeah, what about it? I still have the song for it. And a delayed draw on 2nd and 12. Oh, they go nowhere. Top. I just said it would just be the 1. It would just be the top 1 of everything. And maybe what I would do for donations, because I know JS had donated a lot, and he was Canadian dollars. So maybe I would have like top like Canadian donor and top US donor or something like that. I don't know. I mean, or I can just write something that would convert. Now, see, that's kind of rough too, because that would be dynamic. That would change, because converting Canadian dollars to US dollars, but that fluctuates. So, oh wow, way overthrown, incomplete. Donovan, come here, so I can just elbow drop. Damn British. What do you mean British? It's Canadian, not British. Britons they measure in pounds, not Canadian dollars. Weirdo. I don't know why you said damn British. Top international donors. Yeah. So I mean that. Oh, you guys notice there haven't been like nearly as many block punts or field goals in these sims anymore, right? So either EA must have really tweaked that. Yes, Aaron Rodgers, I'm pretty sure, is the top number 1 donor.
Just the 1 touchdown pass.
No, I was like punching my hand, like I was beating him up. Not spanking him. We measure in football fields and cheeseburgers in the U.S. What? Okay. Didn't he donate $100? No, Aaron Rodgers, I think, donated like $400 overall. Oh my gosh, Wentz almost threw a pick there. Wow. You know why you would show only number 1? Because I am top 1 through 10. What? Okay. Alright, John. You should make commands for the top 5. That's easier. What? What do you mean? No, that's not easier because I can't do that. That's dynamic, and that's the bot controls that, and I would have to every time that changed, I would have to update the bot. I would have to update the command. I would have to update the result the bot has as that would change. So that's more complicated than showing it on stream. So like to show it on the stream is easier because so basically I have OBS that would point to a web page. Or no, OBS would points to a text file, and that text file then would be populated based on because I have an app that I wrote to extract the donor or it would accumulate and calculate the donations. So I just have to run that app, and it would automatically update that text file for me. So yeah, I still have to run that, but that's not as big of a deal as having to go into the bot every time and mess with changing commands. Literally, I said I missed the orange thing and it turned the whole discussion. I know. Thanks, Donovan. Oh wow, first down. Some shifty running there. Very good ball carrier vision by Howard. Oh, I think if he broke that to the outside, it would have been a touchdown though.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it
BRB sexy. Ooh.
Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
I did miss the old intro song. Wait, what? What do you mean the old intro song? There was no old intro song. I've used the same one for like the longest time. Oh god, it was never 2020. First off, Marcus, it was 2048. Actually, because remember, you have to be a certain age in order to become president. President, I don't think you're old enough to become president yet, don't you? I think you have to be like 35, right? Something like that, at least 35 years of age. So I guess you could be vice president, but even then, I think for vice president, I still think there's some age requirements there. Take it to Congress, yeah. Yeah, so they can do absolutely nothing about it. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, incomplete. Oh, we could end up with a tie game here right now, guys. In the at the end of the 3. Seems very possible. I mean, the beginning when the stream starts, the one before John Cena. What did I have before John Cena? I don't even remember what the hell did I have before it. I don't think I had anything before then, didn't I? I mean, I don't even know what I had before John Cena. I don't think I was doing turn down for what before John Cena. I think I threw it in there like one time. Did I really have turn down? I don't think I did before that. All right, so the field goal is good. Normally I'd play an ad right now, but about that. So yeah, so I can't play an ad, but tie game, guys. 13-all, 13 up, end of the third almost. What's an ad exactly? That's what I'm saying. Exclamation point MILF. What the heck? All right. That command would have to return probably Angelina Jolie. Maybe. Turn up for what? Oh, snap. You know what would be a good one to find? watch a FIFA stream real quick. What? Why? What? You know what? If someone had yeah as like a 8-bit, that would be kind of neat too. I like that song. That's a nice, good party song. See, I'd really like to learn how to create because someone did it for. I was actually thinking about using Clout, because I found like someone did like a Clout kind of, it's not like a 8-bit Clout, but it's more kind of like an instrumental, but not really. That I would probably be able to use, but someone had a tutorial on how to create it, so I could create it myself and it would sound exactly the same, but then, you know, so then technically they couldn't say, well, you just took you took my thing and actually used it for yourself, since I kind of created it myself. Fiverr, yeah, I mean, I thought about that, but I don't exactly have, I don't exactly have like a budget really for that kind of stuff. So I try to do as much on my own as I can, because there's a lot I would pay someone to do, but I just would rather figure out how to do it myself. Because once you do it yourself, then like then your possibilities are endless. You know, it leaves room for repeats, creativity, and room for improvement. All right, so end of the third now, guys. Officially 13 up, going into the fourth. Vikings with the ball at their 23. So neither quarterback's looking too great. I mean, each of them have been sacked at least two or three times in this game. We don't have any interceptions. I believe we have one turnover though at this point, maybe. I don't remember. I don't think, maybe we may not have any turnovers actually still. Oh man, that was close. I thought Cousins was getting sacked there. All right, so 3rd and long, 3rd and 7, something like that. Okay, 3rd and 8.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right.
I didn't even see what happened with the last boss fight actually. Did we win or what happened there?
He caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
All right, Cousins looking, back to pass, throws, caught, 1st down, Minnesota.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it.
You put a video on Discord as old music?
He looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not
all right, I'll have to play that later. I don't know which song it is. I mean, they might be right. It might be turned down for what? I just don't remember using it that often before. I thought I had just used it like temporarily or something. God, the FIFA vid. That was 20. That was just last year though. So I mean, are you sure? I feel like that had to be a temporary thing, because I'm pretty sure I was using the John Cena one before last year even. Definitely before the FIFA Sims. I had to have been. You know, maybe I'm thinking of closing time. I don't know. Maybe that's what it was. You also did it for the Super Bowl Sims too? Wow. Oh, Cook! Oh, stopped. No room to run, so 3rd and 2 now. It was always closing time. Okay.
But can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Did you just hear that comment? He's like, I don't even know why this team was showing up. Or something like that. So 1st down for Minnesota, man. They can't seem to get Cook with 1 tackle. They had 2 guys that could have brought him down. They both missed them.
Unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defense.
Graham or whoever that was just like ran past them.
You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun.
Jeez.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Another run. They just keep grinding with Cook, man. They might as well because the Eagles can't seem to stop him.
Gain of 3 leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Tag ball. Woo. Right. All right, let's see. Can the Eagles stop? They're going to run it probably. Wow. Another 1st down, man. Minnesota's just draining the clock right here.
39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all
nice.
they needed to keep the drive going.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Cereal Bowl.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
So they're not in field goal range yet, though.
Throw now, Cousins.
Oh, Cousins got time. He's looking. He's looking. Oh, down goes Cousins. Down goes Cousins. What the hell was that animation? It looked like he was trying to reach forward for a 1st down, or reach for yards, but he didn't even have the ball in his hand. So is that like EA's like death animation or something like that? I'm not really sure. That is. He got blasted past the 50 though, but they call him down at the 47. Damn. And the ball went between his legs. He could have knocked the air out of his balls with that. Oh, it's interesting. He like spiked it when he got tackled, but they still called it a sack. Wait, what? Okay, now wait, that was weird. Technically, isn't it? How is that not a fumble then? You know, how is that not a fumble? He dropped the ball when he went down, but then it was a sack, but it wasn't an incomplete pass. So how is that not a fumble? The hell? What is wrong with this game? So first they're doing a kickoff. First they're doing a kickoff after a freaking after a safety, and then now you've got like a ball getting lost on a sack that's not considered a fumble, but oh my god, 1st down that's not considered an incomplete pass. That's really weird.
25 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
Oh man, my feet are freezing still. Oh my gosh. I haven't left this position, although it doesn't help when you're sedentary. That makes it even worse because then your feet just stay cold.
Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Peyton left the room. She has a spot she lays on at the top of the stairs. No, I've got socks on. This is cold. I don't have the heat on. Oh, down goes Cousins. Down goes Cousins on 3rd and 3. So the Eagles finally come up with a stop, but you know, after the kick is done here, assuming they make it, you know, they've got like maybe 3 minutes left to drive down the field and tie it up. Don't worry, you're back. Oh, thank God you're back. I wouldn't know what to do without you, JJ. All right, so this should be pretty easy. There's a kick, and it is good. So, 3-point lead for Minnesota with 3:21 left in the game. Now, I could definitely see this kind of game. It's been a game of field goals. There's been 2 touchdowns, I think, the whole game. And yeah, there's only been 2 touchdowns the whole game and 3 field goals. So no, 5 field goals, 4. No, more than that. I can't count. But a lot of field goals. Let's put it that way. There's 5, so I was right. There's 5 field goals and 2 touchdowns. Let's go.
Take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
What the hell, Marcus? What are you talking about, weirdo?
They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered
The
something
hell?
out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way
Who am I now? Am I R. Kelly?
Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Wentz and the Eagles
The horses are gone. I don't even know what he's talking about, JJ. He's a little weird. Marcus has got some issues, man.
It's complete. It's Sproles.
He's just trying to get back at me because I basically just drove him to different states and gave him away to parents to adopt him. If you were in Discord, like I explained the story the other day of how Marcus got to where he's at right now in life.
But for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw.
Wentz looking. Oh no! Oh, he fumbled! But the Eagles picked the ball back up, and oh man, that's bad news for Philly right there. It's bad news for Philly right there for sure.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get
Fight me, scrub. Wow. You know what? Shut up, dude. You're the scrub. You're the scrub. Dude, you only won because you punched me in the nuts, dude. Like, that's cheap, JJ. Why you gotta do that? You've been losing. And then you just had to go and you punched me in the nuts. You low-blowed me.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
John, you have to put in their name as it appears on YouTube. So, like, that big, long-ass 50 or 500 character name he's got. Oh my gosh, down goes Wentz, 4th down and 32. Wow. With just over 2 minutes left in the game. So they're going to have to punt, and they're going to have to, then they have to, their defense is absolutely going to have to get a stop, because you don't go for it now. Damn, 6 sacks. See, that's, I don't know about 6 sacks, but I'm expecting that, this is what I'm expecting in this game, though. Something kind of like this. What? You do not go for it on 4th and 32 on your own 6-yard line. What are you doing? Oh my god. Are you effing kidding me, Madden? Oh my god. He gets safetied.
The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And that disastrous corner is ultimately going to seal their fate in this.
Oh my god, EA. You are effing retarded. EA, you are retarded. EA Sports, it's not in the game. EA Sports, your game sucks ass. Are you kidding me, dude? Like, you do not go for it on 4th down and 32 on your own 6-yard line when you've got, you could have punted it away, you had the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts, and all you had to do was play defense. This game has lost its freaking mind. Oh, look, this time they're punting. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. This time they punted. But remember the game yesterday, they did a regular kickoff after the safety. So, wow. Wow, EA. EA, come on.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
I should turn my webcam on for some of these games. You guys see the way I react, see my facial expressions, and see me shaking my head and just absolute disbelief to what I'm watching here.
So 1st and 10 now from the...
Because every time, the first thing that comes to mind is EA tells me that this is the most realistic NFL game there is out there. I mean, it's only because it's the only NFL game that's allowed to be out there. But then when you see shit like this, you're like, this isn't very realistic at all. So, yeah. So again, they're still only a touchdown behind. I mean, so they still have the timeout. So it's not, it wasn't the end of the world, but it's still like, it gave Minnesota 2 extra points. So now they can't kick a field goal to tie it. Now they have to actually score a touchdown. So that's what makes it, there's a huge difference as a result of that play. So it's enough to affect the entire game. All right, Amon. All right, so 3rd down and 12. So there's 1:43 left right now. You know, assuming they get this stop and it's a very quick play, then, you know, they'll get it back with 1.5 left. No timeouts, though. So, I mean, it's doable that Philly could come back and win it with a touchdown, but Cooks gets the ball and stopped. Okay, so 1:38 left in the game. So Minnesota likely to punt here, 4th down and 8, I think it was, something like that. Yeah, 4th and 8, so you definitely would punt it here, but knowing this game, I mean, who knows what they'll do. They'll go for it on 4th down and 8 on their own 32 with the lead.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Wow, they're faking the cheese, man. They've done that twice to Minnesota. All right, so they started their own, Philly's going to start their own 20. So they have to go 80 yards in 1.5 minutes, no timeouts. It's not impossible. Wow, this is a good game. EA kind of ruined it, but yeah, it's been okay. It was good up until the safety against Philly. You know, Baker, there's smart and cool, and then there's EA retarded and retarded. Yeah, they've got some issues for sure. All right, Wentz back to pass. You better throw it, boy. Oh, a broken play. Oh, a 1st down gets to the 48-yard line. A huge play. That's exactly what they needed. Yeah, I'm assuming they're doing hurry-up offense. They just don't do the scramble like they used to do before, so it should come back with 10 seconds left. They're not really going very fast, though, for some reason. Okay, now we're finally back. Okay. All right, so 1 minute left. They're at the 48. Throws deep! Oh, my God. He almost threw a pick there. Come on, Wentz. What are you thinking, dude? That was double coverage. Bruh. Bruh.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he made
what were
very
you
well
thinking, Wentz?
But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him strong.
All right, Wentz back to pass again, throws it, quick, caught! Oh, Aguilar got it, 1st down. They're at the 34. Remember, they need a touchdown. Oh, Donovan's at 150 hours, nice. All right, come on, guys. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Offense, come on, let's go. Why? I don't understand why they're taking so long. Like, Wentz throws. Oh, my gosh. They should be happy that was incomplete, to be honest. So they're at the 34. 28 seconds left in the game. They need a touchdown to win it. They can't tie it. They could score a touchdown, miss the extra point, they would still win by 1. So a touchdown wins the game automatically. Just about. Oh, play action for some reason. They got extra blockers. Throws deep to the end zone. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown! What? 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 Whoa! What a diving play! He OBJ'd that shit in the end zone. Look at this. Look at this boy, OBJ in this shit, 42 yards. Oh my God, what a play. Defense is pissed off. Thielen is pissed off on the sideline, even though he had nothing to do with that at all. So Whiteside, what the hell did we just witness there? Why are they going for 2? I guess, but I wouldn't go for 2. And denied. Fly Eagles fly. Thielen was pissed off, dude. Yeah, he took his helmet off. He threw that shit. He's like, F my quarterback. I hate him. I hope he burns in hell. All right, so look, the Vikings have 3 timeouts left. Because, I don't know. I just don't feel like it was worth it. And especially not a run for 2 points against a defense like this. So they're down by... Minnesota's down by 1. 21 seconds left in the game with 3 timeouts. And Kirk Cousins is their quarterback. I feel like I need to make that unique point there. So after the kickoff, that's going to take off about 5-6 seconds. So they'll have it with like 15 seconds left on the clock.
This is taken at his 4.
All right, well 18 then, so 3 seconds. Although I don't feel like kickoffs take more than feel like 3 seconds is long enough for a kickoff return.
So you're right there, but obviously the clock is
Vikings need to put on their backup if they want any hope. Wow, this is interesting, man. Can Minnesota pull it off if they got the 2 point? Well, yeah, no, I get that, Brandon. I understand the logic behind it, but given that they've got to go 80 yards, they've got to get in field goal range, so they've got to go at least 50 yards in 18 seconds with 3 timeouts, and Kirk Cousins is their quarterback. That's all I'm saying. Cousins throws, overthrown, incomplete. So now 15 seconds left. Then they say the target's the 37-yard line, but not in Madden. You have to get to the 30 to have any like reasonable chance. You're like 99% chance field goal there. Anything beyond the 30-yard line is very iffy. Cousins back to pass, throws it. Oh, he stays in bounds and he gets out of bounds with 9 seconds left. Wow, JJ, stop cheating, man. Why do you keep cheating? You're such a cheater, bro. You can't handle this heat? Oh. I guess not, dude. Maybe my weakness is Mexicans or Spanish people. I don't know. 1 play to get in field goal range. Yeah, they need like 50 yards still. About. Oh my God! Yep, that's game. Timeout. That's game. 4 seconds left. Now you have to score a touchdown, or hope for pass interference. You need to hope for a defensive penalty to even have a chance. So it's over. Minnesota lost, dude. They lost. Minnesota lost this game. Like, they literally lost it in the sense that they had the lead and they lost the lead. Like, they had no business losing that game. They just had to play. They just needed to play defense on 1 play. A delayed draw? What are you doing? A delayed draw? What the? Oh my freaking God. What the fuck, Madden? What the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you delayed drawing on? What the fuck? What? What?
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end. But
EA, you are mental. You are mental. You are mentally retarded. Your AI is mentally retarded. You don't even give your team a chance when you're gonna delay draw on. Just wow. Just wow. There's no words to describe how ridiculous Madden AI is. There's just no word or words. I mean, I guess there is. This is called mental or mental retardation.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just wow. I have no, there's just no words beyond that. God. That's so pathetic, dude. So pathetic, EA. All right. Yeah, right, Donovan. Dude, you know what? I hope they lose that game. I would laugh my ass off if the Bengals find a way to beat the Ravens. I would laugh my ass off. That would be perfect for the Browns too. You need to post a video about the ending of this video. Yeah. Wow. EA will say it was the coaching, not the AI. Yeah, right. No coach in the NFL would not like take a shot and hope that defensively they make a mistake that extends the drive. You do not do two back-to-back delay draws when you're like 1 point down. So, all right, so let's look at the stats for the game. So we had Carson Wentz at a 131.5 passer rating. He went 20 of 27 for 279, 2 touchdowns with a 74% completion percentage. Then we've got Kirk Cousins, who had a 119.5 passer rating, which is pretty impressive, I think, impressive for him. Went 15 of 22 and 1 touchdown with a 68% completion percentage, and neither quarterback threw an interception. Rushing-wise, we had Dalvin Cook, 30 attempts for 85 yards. That's not good at all. And then you had Howard, 8 attempts for 23 yards. So neither halfback went for a touchdown there. So Whiteside for Philadelphia led in receiving yards with a huge come from behind touchdown reception at the end of the game, or towards the end of the game, that gave Philadelphia the lead back by 1. So amazing play by this guy. I've never heard of him before in my life until today. So congrats to him for his 3 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown. And then you had Ertz with 5 for 72, and then Minnesota had Johnson 2 for 56 and a touchdown. Thielen close behind with 2 for 53, but no touchdowns for him. And then you had Diggs. Jesus, that name. I know exactly. So I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. So, you know, that's how it goes. So in this game, there were a lot of sacks. Look, there's so many sacks that it scrolls off the screen. So you had Minnesota with what, 2.5, 4, 5, 6, 7 sacks for Minnesota in this game. Minnesota had 7 sacks against Philadelphia. 2, 3, 4 sacks for Minnesota against Philadelphia against Minnesota. So very defensive game. No interceptions though, which is interesting. 2 forced fumbles, but no fumble recoveries. So the fumbles were always taken back by the team that fumbled. So Jesus, that name, Mexican. You think it's Mexican? I don't know. It could just be Spanish. I mean, it doesn't have to be Mexican per se. But all right, so those are the stats from the game, guys. So Philly again edges this game, edges the win out 19-18, which again, I would expect this game to go something kind of like this. It seems pretty reasonable that they would have this kind of game because, again, I think it's going to come down to defenses, and you know, it's going to depend on which Cousins comes out to play today. This Cousins went 240 yards and a touchdown. That seems pretty meh. You know, it seems like that could be reasonable. They'll probably lead on Cook to do a lot of running if they can. And the safety threw it off, yeah, for sure. So the safety was uncalled for, and that made absolutely no sense. Going for it on 4th down and 32 when you have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left in the game. So that kind of skewed the numbers a little bit. So in theory, it could be 16-19, essentially a 3-point lead for Philadelphia. So yeah, so that is all for today, guys. Did I pay out bets? I don't think I did. I don't remember if I did or not. So there we go, just in case. There we go. Yes, now bets are paid out. So, all right. So yes, thank you guys for everyone who stopped by today, dudes. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the continued support. Next time I'll be streaming tomorrow night. I don't know what we're doing just yet. Maybe the Monday night game. I'm not really sure. I think Amon suggested doing that, so we'll see. But yeah, so to be streaming tomorrow night, maybe 7, maybe before 7, I don't know. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. And until next time, dudes, bye-bye.